Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Crime on this Wednesday with episodes of The Whistler, the man who came to murder from 80 years ago, Ilona Massey in an episode called Of Top Secret from 75 years ago, A Disaster in London, Jeff Regan Investigator also from 75 years ago, There's Nothing Like a Pork Chop When Supper Rolls Around, and an episode of The Adventures of Philip Marlowe from 76 years ago, The August Lion. And we'll wrap it all up with the biggest crime of all, Lum and Abner, and a gunshot. That's all coming up on this Wednesday, and you know what that means. This is the 6th day of August, 218th day of the year, 147 days remaining in 2025. 60 proof sheets of the Constitution delivered to the Constitutional Convention on this date in 1787. Kiowa land in Oklahoma opened for white settlement in 1901, effectively dissolving the contiguous reservation. In 1912, the Bull Moose Party met at the Chicago Coliseum. Of course, their candidate, former Vice President/President Teddy Roosevelt. In New York on this date in 1926, the Warner Brothers Vitaphone system premiered with the movie Don Juan, starring John Barrymore. 1926, Harry Houdini performed his greatest feat, spending 91 minutes underwater in a sealed tank before escaping. In 1941, a curfew imposed on U.S. gas stations in preparation for the upcoming war. In 1945, President Truman told the American people Hiroshima had been devastated when an atomic bomb, the Little Boy, dropped by the U.S. B-29 Enola Gay.
The world will note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, a military base. We won the race of discovery against the Germans. We have used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans. We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war.
90,000 people immediately killed by the bomb. Mohr suffered ill effects for years and years, and correspondent Webley Edwards was on Guam when the Enola Gay bomber returned from its mission.
We talked with Colonel Paul W. Tibbets, Jr. of Miami, Florida, pilot of the B-29 that dropped the first atomic bomb in history. You asked him how he'd felt about it, and he said he didn't feel anything much, but you knew from talking to him that he sensed the meaning of that bomb's away, and he felt solemn about it. One of the crew members said, "My God," when he saw what had happened.
It was a horrific event, but then war is hell. On this date, 69 years ago today, after going bankrupt in 1955, the American broadcaster, the Dumont Television Network, had its final broadcast, a boxing match from St. Nicholas Arena. In response to a U.S. embargo on this date in 1960, Cuba nationalized American and foreign-owned property in the nation. In 1965, President Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act of 1965 into law.
So let me now say to every Negro in this country, you must register. You must vote. You must learn. So your choices advance your interests and the interests of our beloved nation.
It was on this date in 1978, Pope Paul VI died of a heart attack at age 80 while at his summer residence in Castel Gandolfo, Italy. He had been the Pope since 1963. William Cardinal Baum, the Archbishop of Washington, said the Pope had made a great contribution.
He has worked day in and day out for peace and for justice. He has been especially the champion of the poor, those who could not speak for themselves.
And in doing the research, I did not remember Pope Paul VI by name. But once I saw his photograph, I remembered seeing it so many years ago. And his death caused a chaotic few months in the Catholic Church, because his successor was Pope John Paul I. And he was only alive just a little over a month after his election. And then had to go right back into conclaves, and then you had Pope John Paul II. It was a crazy, crazy time for the Catholic Church, beginning on this date in 1978. Now, in 1997, a Korean Air Boeing 747 crashed into a hill a few miles from Guam International Airport. Guam Civil Defense Director Juan Rosario said the crash scene was devastating.
The airplane is totally demolished. The only recognizable part of it is the tail section.
Of the 254 people aboard, 228 died. And I don't think the 228 number is a shocking amount of dead. It's just that you had people survive a crash like that. On this date in 1984, Prince released Purple Rain, the album which would launch him to superstardom, on this date in 1984. In 1986, President Reagan spoke against critics of the Strategic Defense Initiative, or Star Wars.
Our response to demands that we cut off or delay research and testing and close shop is no way. SDI is no bargaining chip. It is the path to a safer and more secure future, and the research is not and never has been negotiable.
Now, interest in the program waned after President Trump left office, so the program would be reignited during the second Trump administration after the initial SDI would become Israel's Iron Dome. President Trump wants to bring it back after Israel proved how well it has worked in their own defense. In 1990, the UN Security Council ordered a global trade embargo against Iraq in response to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. Now, 24 years ago today, the White House briefing entitled Bin Laden Determined to Strike in U.S. was delivered to President George W. Bush. That document foreshadowed the September 11 attacks a little over a month later. In 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger announced he would run for governor.
The man that is failing the people more than anyone is Gray Davis. He's failing them terribly. And this is why he needs to be recalled. And this is why I'm going to run for governor of the state of California.
Schwarzenegger announcing his candidacy in the 2003 California recall election for governor of California on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on this date in 2003. 135 candidates qualified for the ballot, including another actor, Gary Coleman, and porn star Mary Carey. Gray was recalled, and Schwarzenegger won. 2007, 6 workers trapped in a collapse at the Crandall Canyon mine in Utah. Now, mine owner Robert Murray said they were doing all they could.
We're using 4 different means to get access to these trapped miners. We are using every means known to mankind.
But those efforts went to naught. The effort failed and the miners' bodies were never recovered. It was on this date in 2011. A military helicopter shot down in Afghanistan, killing 30 American Special Forces members and a working dog, along with 7 Afghan soldiers and an Afghan civilian. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta said the loss would not diminish the U.S. effort against the Taliban.
We will honor the fallen by showing the world our unyielding determination to press ahead, to move forward with the hard work that must be done to protect our country.
The deadliest single event for the U.S. in the war in Afghanistan on this date in 2011. NASA's Curiosity rover landed on the surface of Mars on this date 13 years ago today in 2012. Among those passing away on this date in history, jazz trumpeter Bix Beiderbecke, actor Sir Cedric Hardwicke. Also, we mentioned Pope Paul VI, TV producer Quinn Martin, reporter Harry Reisner, harmonica virtuoso Larry Adler, musician Rick James, pianist, composer, conductor Marvin Hamlisch, and the New Orleans clarinet virtuoso Pete Fountain. Now we turn to birthdays. Those who are no longer with us include the man who played the Cisco Kid, Leo Carrillo, gossip columnist Luella Parsons, rodeo champ turned actor Hoot Gibson, the delightful Lucille Ball, actor Robert Mitchum, artist Andy Warhol, and pro wrestler Dino Bravo. All those folks have left this mortal coil, but they were birthed here on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
And those who are still with us include Dr. Jerry Robinson on the Bob Newhart Show, real name Peter Bonnertz, is 87 years old today. Also, Annie on Seventh Heaven, Catherine Hicks is 74. From Tomorrow Never Dies, Michelle Leo is 63 years old. From The Sixth Sense, director M. Night Shyamalan is 55. Ginger Spice, Jerry Hollowell is 53. Punky Brewster, both as a youngster and an adult. Soleil Moonfry, 49. From Hamilton, actor, singer Leslie Odom Jr. And from America's Next Top Model, Adrienne Curry is 43. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 6th day of August as their birthday. And if this is your birthday,
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
All right, we get started with crime on this Wednesday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. The podcast will open with The Whistler next.
You know, defense is one job we can't put off. Because if we want security for our home and country tomorrow, we've got to do something about it today. How? By investing in United States savings bonds. You'll get a return of $4 for every $3 you put in, and in less than 10 years. In addition, you can hold your bonds beyond maturity and earn further interest. 3% interest compounded semi-annually for as long as 10 additional years. Sign up today for freedom. Join the payroll savings plan or the bond-a-month plan. You'll feel more secure tomorrow if you buy United States savings bonds today.
All right, this midweek edition of Classic Radio Theater gets underway now with an episode of the West Coast program, The Whistler. This is going back 80 years to August 6th, 1945, and it's entitled The Man Who Came to Murder.
The Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak. You can live too long. Did you know that? Oh, yes. Especially if you have money, a lot of it, and heirs. Like Ellen Hargrove. Miss Ellen has a lot of money left to her at her husband's death years ago. She lives in a great Victorian house just outside of town. She has been a helpless invalid ever since she had that terrible heart attack just a year ago. Nobody thought she could live. Yet there she still is in the great carved bed in the second-floor bedroom. This morning, there are 3 people in the bedroom beside Miss Ellen. There's Mrs. Merton, her devoted housekeeper, Dr. Stone, who has come to make another examination, and Wendell Robinson. Wendell has shown the most touching anxiety about Miss Ellen all through her illness. He's her nephew and heir.
Now, deep breath, Miss Ellen. Make it a good one.
Yes, Doctor.
Another. Well, that's enough of that. Now, let's check that pulse again.
But you've already taken my pulse.
Any good reason I shouldn't take it again? I like to hold a lovely lady's hand.
You? Oh, Dr. Stone, what a thing to say to an old woman like me. Still, I suppose we're never too old to be flattered.
Well, Aunt Ellen, you aren't old.
That she isn't, Mr. Wendell, and never will be. Miss Ellen's got a heart in her as fresh and sweet as a child.
All right, Mrs. Merton, I've finished. Let me have my bag.
Right here, Doctor.
Dr. Stone, is there any change?
Yes, Doctor. How about it?
Want the verdict, do you? Ellen Hargrove, you've made a liar out of me.
What? I don't...
A year ago, I said you couldn't live a month, and here you are, frisky as a lamb in the pasture.
You mean she isn't going to... She'll live?
Exactly. She'll have to take it easy, of course, avoid excitement, fatigue, but with proper care, she'll live to be 100.
Oh, Dr.
Glory
Stone.
be. Didn't I tell you, ma'am? Just you do what the doctor tells you, I said, and you'll be on your feet again. Oh, Miss Ellen, you're...
I'm very sorry. You mustn't be distressed.
Now, don't you cry.
It's a very happy day.
So it is, my dear.
A happy day for all of us. Eh, Wendell?
Yeah. It's quite a day.
Oh, there's midnight. Come to hear the good news, too.
I'll get him for you, Aunt Ellen.
Oh, no, don't chase him. He'll hop up on the bed by himself. He spends most of his time here with me. There. You see? Now lie down, boy. It's all right.
Come along, Wendell. Time we were off. Good news can be as hard on the nerves as bad. Miss Ellen needs to rest now.
But you'll both come back to dine with me tonight. Surely I might have a little celebration.
Well, all right. We'll carry you downstairs if you promise to go to bed right after dinner.
Oh, I will. And Wendell, you won't forget to bring my accounts.
Accounts? No, I won't forget.
Hold your horses, can't you? I'm coming. Well, who is it?
Open up, Bill. It's me.
Wendell. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you crazy fool coming in here in the daytime. Suppose somebody spotted you. The old woman catches on we're married, she'll cut you off without a thin dime.
Shut up, will you? She isn't going to die.
What? Oh, you're crazy. The doctor...
Yeah, he said. Now he says she'll live to be 100 if she takes care of herself and avoids excitement. And that's not the worst.
Nothing could be worse.
She wants to check up on her accounts. After a whole year of leaving them in my hands, she's got to see her bank statements tonight. You know what'll happen. She'll find out about those checks I raised. Well, we got to get out of here.
Snap out of it, Wendy. How'll she know it was you raised the checks? Other people have cashed them for her. That housekeeper, even her chauffeur.
Well, she'll find out somehow and send me to jail. You don't know her like I do.
Listen to me, Wendy. You take her those statements tonight.
You're out of your mind.
Oh, she won't be able to prove it was you raised the checks. You or one of those servants she's so crazy about. Not tonight, she won't. But no matter who raised them, it ought to be quite a shock to the old girl. Remember what the doc said. Avoid excitement.
Just like that. Well, you're a wonder.
I don't think she'll be around tomorrow to do any finding out.
Here's an angle on making your car last longer that may not have occurred to you. When you choose a doctor for your own health, you're careful to select the most reliable, most conscientious doctor you can find. Well, to keep your car healthy, it's just as important to select a service station operator who's conscientious and experienced at the job he's doing. Which explains why so many drivers these days are switching to independently operated Signal gasoline stations. You see, each signal dealer is in business for himself. Servicing cars is his permanent work. Naturally, he wants his business to grow. So he has a personal interest in pleasing you so well, you'll come back again and again and be his steady customer. As a result, you get not just the minimum service you ask for at your signal gasoline dealers, but also those little unasked-for extras that can make such a big difference in the life of your car. With the average car on the road today over 7 years old, this conscientious, thorough signal service is more important to you than ever before. More reason than ever why you should make it a point soon to get acquainted with your neighborhood signal gasoline dealer. And now, back to the Whistler. Yes, it's hard to be an heir, especially when the person you expect to inherit from clings to her pitiful, useless life. It makes you nervous. After a while, you might even step up beside death and guide his groping hand. Pity the doctor's going to be there. You won't want him around, will you, Wendell? Still, you can take care of the doctor all right, can't you, Wendell? Or can you?
Hello, Aunt Ellen. All right to come in?
Certainly, dear boy.
Oh, hello, Dr. Stone. Beat me here, did you?
A few minutes.
Well, Aunt Ellen, here are your bank statements. The cancel checks, too.
Dear me, what a lot of them. Just lay them here on the bed beside me. Oh, one moment. Midnight. You'll have to get down. No, I'm sorry. I shall need room for my papers. Down. Now, the papers. Thank you, Wendell.
If you'll excuse us, Dr. Stone, we'll just run through this stuff. Mrs. Merton's left a decanter of sherry in the library.
Oh, no, Wendell. You and the doctor must have your wine together. I can manage quite well by myself.
Well, it's all right.
Come along, Wendell. I don't often get sherry like Miss Ellen.
Coming. I'll just shut the door, Aunt Ellen, so no one will disturb you.
So it was easy to get the doctor out of the room after all. Here he is, shut up with you in the library. And upstairs, your aunt is shut in her room alone, where nobody can hear her if she cries out. You're congratulating yourself, aren't you, Wendell? It's working out as smooth as butter.
More sherry, Doctor?
By all means. Second glass can't hurt me.
Not of this stuff. Grand wine. Uncle laid it down right before I was born. Are you sure it's all right?
What, the wine?
No. Aunt Ellen, letting her work over those statements.
Why wouldn't it be all right?
Well, you don't think it might excite her too much? Bring on another attack?
Your concern is admirable, my boy, but there's very little excitement in bank statements.
I didn't mean excitement. Tired, that's the word. She might overdo.
Nonsense. Miss Ellen will be all the better for knowing exactly where she stands. And by the way, she was just telling me how proud she is of you. Of the way you've changed, taken things over, and dropped that young woman. I'm sure it helped her condition a lot.
Excuse me, Mr. Wendell. Miss Ellen would like to speak to you in her room.
Aunt Ellen? How did you know?
She told me herself just a moment ago.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Surely.
You needn't come up, Mrs. Merton.
Oh, it's no bother to me. I was going up anyway to tidy Miss Ellen for the evening.
You'll stay here, do you understand? My aunt sent for me.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there'll be plenty of time to get her ready after I come down.
Very well, sir. I'll wait in the hall.
Careful there, Wendell. An heir shouldn't make mistakes, not when he's helping his beloved aunt out of the world. The doctor and Mrs. Merton looked at you very strangely just then. Better not trust those nerves of yours too far. Better make sure the old woman dies now.
You want to see me, Aunt Ellen?
Oh, Wendell, come here, please. I made a disturbing discovery. Most disturbing.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, it doesn't seem possible, but I believe the bank must have made a mistake.
A mistake? The bank? Oh, come now, Miss Ellen.
I know it seems strange, But there can't be any other explanation.
Well, there's got to be. Banks don't make mistakes.
The statements are wrong.
You mean they don't agree with the checks you drew? Oh, but they do, Aunt Ellen. Remember, I've gone over these myself.
No, it's the checks themselves. Look at this one. It's drawn to cash for $1,000.
Well, what's so funny about that? Costs money to run this house.
Oh, but everything is paid for by check. The household expenses, salaries, any large bills. I never write checks to cash, except for a little ready money in case of emergency. And never for more than $100.
100? You sure about that?
Certainly I am. But this is one for 1,000, and there are others.
I see.
Wendell, dear, what is it?
Look here, Aunt Ellen, you haven't been able to go to the bank yourself lately. Who's cashed your checks for you?
Why, you most of the time. But Mrs. Merton and Roberts have also gone to the bank for me.
Nobody else?
No, dear, I'm certain.
Look at this check. Is that your signature?
Oh, yes, Wendell, of course it is.
Then there's no question about it.
About...
Somebody's been raising your checks, Aunt Ellen. Somebody's changed the amounts from 100 to 1,000.
Oh, that's impossible. No one has cashed checks for me except you and Mrs. Merton and Wendell.
Yeah. Roberts and Merton and me. Take your choice.
Oh, no. Mrs. Merton, she's been with me for nearly 30 years. Roberts was our stable boy, and you...
Don't try to wiggle out of it. When you got sick, one of us saw a swell chance. One of us did a sweet job of robbing you. At $900 a throw.
Oh, please. When you're old, so few people left. Everyone else gone. Husbands, family, friends. Only you three.
And
all
one
I
of us
have.
is a thief. It's true, you know it.
I can't believe... Oh,
What is it, Aunt Ellen?
pain. Wendell, help me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll help you.
Please, the doctor.
Yeah. The doctor.
Hurry. Hurry.
Aunt Ellen. Aunt Ellen. It worked.
Oh, yes, it worked all right. A sick old woman's heart won't stand much. And the doctor told you once she collapses, she must have immediate attention or she will die. You're going to slip out of this room softly, softly. You're going to close the door behind you without a sound. You're going to keep Mrs. Merton talking downstairs. And when at last she comes up, she'll find your aunt dead of a sudden heart attack. Safe, Wendell. Safe? Why are you backing away? Can't you turn your head away from that still body on the bed? There's something behind you, Wendell, a black, furry shadow on the floor. It's midnight, Wendell, sound asleep, and you're stepping so very softly. Careful. Look out.
What? Oh, cat. Shut up, blast you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Can't you keep quiet?
Whatever's the matter? It's midnight.
Mrs. Merton's. She's coming up here. She'll see you. Shut the door. Keep her out. No, that won't do.
Mr. Wendell, did something happen to midnight?
Call to her. The only way. Come up here. Quick, Mrs. Merton.
He's screaming as though the banshees were after him. Where's he got to, Mr. Wendell? Where's Miss Ellen?
We were just talking, and all of a sudden she fell over.
Miss Ellen, dear. Dr. Stone.
Yes, Mrs. Merton?
Hurry, Doctor. It's Miss Ellen.
I tell you, she just fell over. I was running for help. I didn't see the cat. I told the doctor. I warned him. Too much for her.
Oh, hurry, Doctor.
All right, Mrs. Merton. Get out of my way.
You shouldn't have let her go over all this stuff. We were just talking quietly, and she fell over.
Quiet, please.
Doctor, is she...
No, she's not. The devil is my...
But I saw her die.
She didn't die, and she won't if I can help it. Get along, Wendell. I've got work to do.
Well, I'll go.
Too bad, Wendell. Everything ruined because you stepped on a cat's tail. Such a little accident to spoil a perfect murder. The doctor told you to get out, didn't he? Well, you're going. Out of the room, out of the house, like a scared child making for home. And Lil. Poor Lil. She expected a lot from you, Wendell. Money and security for the rest of her life. But she knows the moment she sees your face.
If I could just kept the doctor out a few minutes longer. It was going swell, Lil. She was dying, I know it. If only
Oh,
the
cut it out. What's the use of crying? The doctor got there too soon, and that's all there is to it.
No, it isn't all. She knows now that somebody's been after her money. She'll track us down. What'll we do, Lil?
You name it.
Listen, we can't get away. We've got hours. All night, maybe longer. The doctor won't let Aunt Ellen talk, sick as she is. The police will never catch up with us.
Don't kid yourself. They always catch up.
Well, we just can't sit here. When she wakes up tomorrow, we're through.
If she wakes up tomorrow.
If she... Lil.
What's the matter with that? She's had a shock, hasn't she? She might die in spite of everything the doctor can do. She might die in her sleep, perfectly naturally.
And if she doesn't?
Yes. If she doesn't?
It'd be her own fault. She ought to have died a year ago.
That's my Wendy.
There can't be any tomorrow. All right, Lil.
Good guy. Can you get in the house?
Easy. She keeps her window open for the cat. There's a big oak tree outside. I can let myself down from a limb to the balcony.
Wait a second. Won't there be a nurse with her?
Not a chance. Aunt Ellen can't stand having a nurse in the house. Says they make her nervous. Mrs. Merton takes care of her.
The housekeeper? Will she be in the room?
Why should she be? Her own room's right across the hall. The doors are kept open.
Door's open, huh? You'll have to be awful quiet.
I'm not taking a brass band. I thought, a knife?
A knife? Use your head. It's dark as pitch already. No moon and an overcast sky. You weren't thinking of putting on the lights.
No, The gun?
And wake up the whole house. What you need is a sock.
A sock?
Yeah, a good strong one. Like those wool things your aunt knits for you. Sure, one of them will do it. Fill it with pebbles and tie it tight. Even dark as it is, you ought to be able to make out her head on the pillow. Just one soft thump.
Yeah, one ought to do it. She'll die easy. Hey, listen, though. Suppose somebody sees me.
Late at night in a hick town. Folks around here go to bed with the chickens. Besides, you'll have an alibi.
Alibi?
Yeah. We're going to leave my place now and go to your rooms. We're going to make good and sure somebody sees us. Later on, you'll slip out, but I stay, see? And when they come to tell you about your aunt, I can swear you haven't left the place. And nobody will be able to prove a thing.
That's right, isn't it, Wendell? Nobody will be able to prove a thing. So you walk brazenly down the street with Lil. And just outside your apartment, you run into an incredible piece of luck. Things are breaking just right. For there you meet Mr. Leary, the town constable.
Oh, evening, Mr. Leary.
Huh? Who's that? Oh, it's you, Lil Edwards. Mr. Robinson.
Yep, that's me, all right. Now, come on, Lil. Here's where I live.
She going to see you this time of night?
Listen to him. What's it to you, Constable?
Yeah. Anything wrong with asking a friend in for a drink?
Well, it's your own business. But the old lady out the big house ain't going to like your taking up with Lil again.
Like you said, it's my business. Come on, Lil.
Get the door open fast.
Yeah.
Swell. He saw us come in.
Oh, as soon as he's out of the way...
Perfect, Wendell. Everything's perfect. When he's gone, you slip out and go. The big house is quiet. The windows are dark. You slip off your shoes, swing yourself up into the oak tree, edge along the big limb over the balcony. Let yourself down now, easy, without a sound, beside your aunt's open window. Step over the sill. It's darker than ever in here, isn't it, Wendell? Pause for a moment, staring toward the bed, until your eyes make out a blur on the pillow. 3 light steps in your stocking feet as you tug something out of your pocket. Now. It's all over. And no one has heard you. There isn't a sound. What? No sound? What's that? An automobile turning into your late aunt's drive at this time of night? Run, Wendell, run for your life. Grab the balcony rail and swing yourself down. But you keep your head, don't you? You remember your shoes at the foot of the oak tree. Grab one in each hand and make off across the lawn. You're away. Back at your place, you tell Lil what happened, and the two of you prepare for what's sure to come. You've got to make it look as if you haven't been out. So, put on slippers, get that cold chicken from the icebox, bring in the carving knife, carve off a slice. Settle down with a sandwich, relaxed, comfortable. You and Lil, just two people spending a quiet evening together. And soon they are outside.
Lil, here.
Here, take the knife. Carve me a piece of chicken, quick.
Oh, what are you going
Do as I say and stuff something in your own mouth. Take it easy out there. Well, look who's here. Come right in, gentlemen. You got company, Wendy. Dr. Stone and the chief of police.
Well, Dr. Stone, what are you doing here?
Aren't you surprised to see me here, too?
What? Oh, why, sure I am, Chief. I didn't.
Wendell's worried about his aunt. Maybe he thought she was worse, Dr. Stone coming here.
That's it. She's all right, isn't she?
I'm afraid not.
What does that mean?
Might as well tell him straight out, Doc. Awful thing happened out the big house tonight. Somebody broke into your aunt's room.
Broke in? You mean a prowler?
Might be. Nothing was taken. But maybe Doc's car scared him away before he could look. Or maybe he came on purpose to murder her.
Murder? Is that Ellen dead?
I'm sorry, Wendell.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, poor Wendell.
But I don't understand. Who would want to kill Aunt Ellen?
That's what I wondered. Figure on finding out, too.
We'll get him all right. And when we do...
Not you, Mr. Robinson. Me. Don't reckon I'll have much trouble. The fella left the murder weapon behind him.
What?
Wendell.
Yep. Must be a shock when a car drives right up while you're doing murder. Fella needed both hands to swing down off that balcony. Maybe he never knew he dropped it. Ever seen anything like this before?
It's just a sock, an ordinary sock.
Not ordinary. This one's hand knit. Know anybody that knits socks around here, Doc?
Yes, Miss Ellen.
That's so. Who'd she knit 'em for?
For Wendell.
What are you up to? You can't frame me for this. I never saw that sock before.
Sure about that? Mighty fine wool in this sock. Expensive. Don't know as anybody in town, but Miss Ellen could afford it. Mrs. Merton says she ordered it special from New York.
Merton's a lying old troublemaker. I tell you, I never saw it before.
Of course not. As far as we know, it's just an ordinary sock filled with pebbles.
Well, now, ain't that interesting? You never saw it before. Then how did you know it was filled with pebbles?
What? I didn't. I
said so before witnesses.
They're always filled with pebbles.
Or dirt or sand. You'd have to feel to know which. Unless you mixed it up yourself.
I don't know anything about this. You haven't got a thing on me.
Only your own confession that you knew what was in this sock.
I don't know a thing about this, I tell you. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, we'll all get out, down to the station. I came to arrest Wendell. Now, you'll go along as an accomplice.
Accomplice?
You know what an accomplice gets? Same thing as the murderer. Death in the gas chamber.
No, I didn't have anything to do with it. It was Wendell.
Lil.
He'd been stealing from her. She was going to find out.
Keep your mouth shut.
You aren't going to drag me down with you, Wendell Robinson. It was your idea, all of it. I begged you.
Why, you?
He threatened me. He said he'd kill me if I told. He said he'd kill me.
Kill you?
Look out, he's got a knife.
Robinson, put down that carving knife.
No, Wendell. No!
The Whistler will return in just a moment with the strange ending of tonight's story. Meantime, here's some hot weather motor mathematics for you drivers to think about. Take the temperature of the day, add 2,800 degrees, the temperature inside the average cylinder head. That adds up to a lot of heat. A mighty good reason why car cooling systems should be in tip-top shape to protect motors through summer driving. How's yours? If it hasn't been inspected recently, your Signal gasoline dealer will be glad to do it for you. Perhaps your radiator is choked with sludge and rust. Your Signal dealer has a special rust and sludge dissolving compound that will not only restore cooling efficiency, but can't harm the metal. Another thing, He has a radiator sealer to stop small leaks, and a rust preventive to protect radiator and motor from further corrosion. If you need a new water hose or fan belt, your Signal dealer has the finest heavy-duty quality, and he will install them while you wait. You see, your Signal dealer is much more than a place to buy Signal's famous Go Farther gasoline and fine lubricants. Wherever you see Signal's yellow and black circle sign, there you'll also find complete, conscientious Signal service to help your car run better, look better, and last longer. And now, back to the Whistler.
So it was Lil who broke down after all, and Wendell killed her for it, stabbed her with a carving knife. An upsetting business, murder. You shouldn't try it without good, strong nerves. When you lose your nerve, you're sure to make mistakes, like Lil and Wendell.
You shouldn't have done that, Wendell.
Why not? They won't kill me any deader for 2 murders than for 1.
2 murders?
Aunt Ellen's and Lil's.
Your aunt's all right.
What? You told me that...
I said I was sorry. I am. Because someday your aunt will have to learn about you. Miss Ellen is sound asleep in the hospital where I took her as soon as the sedative took effect. She dislikes trained nurses in her house, and I want her to have absolute quiet. I was bringing Mrs. Merton home when you ran away.
But there was someone on the bed, on the pillow. I saw it.
Oh, yes. There was something there. Possibly the SPCA could have you fined, but I doubt that a jury would sentence you to death for the murder of your Aunt Ellen's cat.
Next Monday at 9 o'clock, The Whistler will bring you another strange tale. The Whistler is broadcast for your entertainment by the marketers of Signal gasoline and motor oil and fine quality automotive accessories, and by your neighborhood Signal dealer. This program, directed by George W. Allen, with tonight's story by Sally Thorson, music by Wilbur Hatch, is transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. This is Marvin Miller speaking, and suggesting that you let every traffic signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline. Yes, you do go farther with Signal. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Some people too smart for their own good. From 80 years ago, August 6, 1945, The Whistler on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now a summer program from NBC, Ilona Massey, and it's something that is top secret.
You know, this is still the season for carefree holidays and vacations. But don't be carefree on the highway. With roads jammed with traffic, this is the time to be extra careful when driving. When you plan a trip, be sure to allow plenty of time so that you won't be forced to drive too fast or too long. When you get tired at the wheel, you lose your skill and your judgment. So don't drive too many hours at a stretch. Plan your trip so that you can stop frequently and get plenty of rest. And when you start that trip, resolve that you're going to obey traffic laws and regulations. Don't gamble with safety. Remember, the life you save may be your own.
Now a summer series starring minor screen star Ilona Massey from 75 years ago, August 6, 1950, Top Secret.
This story is Top Secret. Top Secret, starring beautiful Ilona Massey as the Baroness Karen Geza in transcribed stories of international intrigue and espionage, brought to you each week at this time by NBC. Tonight, as Assignment 9, Disaster in London.
This assignment began where actually it should have ended, started where it should have finished. The end and the beginning took place in a deserted subway station in the city of London at 2 o'clock on the morning of the 15th of June. At this hour, there were no passengers. The station was empty. Everything was silent, motionless, like the body of Nicholas Kessler lying across the express tracks. In our swift, silent struggle, he had fallen off the platform, struck his head on the rail. The parcel, for which so many people had fought and killed and spied, was in my hands at last. London was saved. My mission was ended. For in a moment, Nicholas Kessler would die beneath the wheels of the Charing Cross Express. I could hear the far-off rumble of the train coming closer. Closer. I stood there on the empty platform in the dim light without pity, without feeling. This man deserved no sympathy, no mercy. Had he lived, he would have lost the war for England. The train raced toward his puny, sprawling, unconscious body. Steel wheels on steel tracks, a symphony of clashing sounds. Steel wheels turning, cutting, turning. I did not look at what was left on the tracks. Nicholas Kessler was dead. My mission was over. Lord Holland, this is Karen Geza. I'm calling from my apartment. I just got in.
Oh, did you get it?
Yes.
Where?
From Nicholas Kessler in the Mornington Crescent subway station.
And where's Kessler now?
He's dead.
How?
He was run over by the Charing Cross Express.
But you got the parcel.
Yes.
Can you bring it to me now?
No.
Why?
Nicholas Kessler was watched, and I am being watched. Until it is in your hands, it would be suicide for me to move out of this apartment.
Supposing I send for it in the morning?
Yes, that would be safer.
All right, a young man named Alan Cornelius will call for it.
Alan Cornelius.
That's right. He's new in intelligence, but absolutely trustworthy. He'll use your own personal registration number as identification.
11864.
Right. He'll be along at 9 this morning.
Good.
How do you feel?
I think I will never feel anything again, never. Good night, Lord Holland. The parcel drew me like a magnet. I had to see with my own eyes this horrible, sickening thing for which so many people had died. I held it in my hands. It was the size of a cigar box. I could almost feel the evil in it seeping through the brown paper wrapping. Half hypnotized at the thought of what lay beneath, I untied the string and removed the paper. Underneath the paper, a gray cardboard box. Inside the box, a case of leather, closed with a zipper. Inside the leather case, a flat box of steel, very much like a square silver cigarette box. At the touch of my trembling, nervous fingers, the steel box clicked open. The vials lay in white cotton batten, 4 of them. Tiny glass tubes filled with a yellowish liquid. Each vial was the size of my first finger, filled with a mass of detestable, loathsome yellow death, germ warfare, death by disease. Thank God I had caught Nicholas Kessler. Thank God I had stopped him. The contents of these vials emptied into the water supply of the city of London would have killed 9 million people.
Good morning.
Yes, what is it?
I'm Alan Cornelius. Are you the Baroness Karen Gazer?
Come in.
Why, I hope I didn't wake you up.
Identify yourself.
A number?
Which is?
Yours, 11864. Lord Harlan sent me to pick up a parcel.
Did anyone notice you as you came in?
I don't think so.
How did you come?
I have my own car.
If you knew what was in this parcel, you'd understand my concern. Here, take it.
Thanks. That all?
Take it straight to Lord Harlan's office in headquarters.
Right. I've heard a lot about you, Baroness. Lord Harlan says you're the cleverest operator MI2 has ever had.
At the moment, I'm terribly tired. I haven't had a good night's sleep in almost 2 weeks.
Will you be spending some time in London?
Yes, I expect so.
Well, perhaps we might have dinner some evening.
Perhaps. And now, if you'll excuse me, please.
Oh, certainly, son. And congratulations about this.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Baroness.
Goodbye, Mr. Cornelius, and please be very careful.
I will. Goodbye. I'll be careful, Baroness. Very, very careful.
Who is it?
Cornelius.
Come in.
Thanks.
Give it to me quickly. Is it all right?
I opened it in my car. They're there, all 4 of them.
Was it easier?
Harlan ordered me to pick it up from the girl.
She the one who disposed of Kessler?
Yes.
Well, the weak die, the strong live. It's as simple as that.
But you're making plans for our safety.
Oh, naturally.
I want them to include my mother.
Why should they?
Because I say so.
That's not a very good reason.
She's still young, still attractive, and even though she's a bit cracked on England, I don't want her to die.
All right. You've 6 weeks to send her somewhere.
What's the next move?
The plan for introducing the cultures to the London water system.
When will you be ready?
The virus cultures must be concentrated. They take about 4 weeks to grow. We'll be ready by the middle of July.
My immediate concern is explaining the loss of the virus to Lord Harlan.
You're driving a car?
Yes.
Have an accident. A fake accident. Lamppost. Anything. Pretend to be injured. Call me in as your doctor.
I know you'll be suitably concerned over my condition.
I'll watch you like a hawk.
It's not a bad idea. Crowd gathers, I'm unconscious. When I come to, the parcel is gone.
Why not? Every foreign agent in Europe has been after it at some time or another.
All right. You'll have a patient in a few minutes. As the Americans would say, an accident looking for a place to happen.
Lord Harlan, do you realize what I went through to get the parcel to England?
Baroness, believe me, I'm quite as upset as you are.
Upset? This idiot of a man can't even drive an automobile.
On the contrary, my dear, he's a very good driver. A child ran across the street in front of him. He tried to avoid it and struck a fire hydrant. When he regained consciousness, the parcel was gone.
Gone where? How? Have there been checks made?
Of course, but the accident happened near Piccadilly Circus. You know how quickly a crowd gathers. We have absolutely no idea who might have taken it. The trail is completely cold.
It is rank incompetence.
Every precaution is being taken. I've tripled the guard on every London reservoir. Actually, I think the danger is comparatively slight.
Slight?
Yes, you see, whatever this is would have to be introduced to the drinking water after purification.
What? I don't understand.
Well, if it is introduced before purification, it would be detected and eliminated. This means they have to get the germs into the water at a pumping station. And that is practically impossible.
Nothing is impossible to a clever Nazi. We have always underestimated them.
I'm having security spot checks made at unexpected intervals at every pumping station and every reservoir.
Lord Harland,
Yes?
is Alan Cornelius completely trustworthy?
Oh, my dear Baroness, please.
Is he?
Yes, completely. His father served under me in the First War. He died defending his country. His mother is a wonderful woman. I've known her for many years. I know that her son is above reproach.
Was he badly injured?
Well, he tore a ligament in his back, hit his nose on the steering wheel.
Could I go to see him?
Why?
I would like to talk to him.
Baroness, I will not allow you to cross-examine one of my most trusted men.
I have no intention of cross-examining him. He has been hurt, and I would like to visit him.
Very well. His address is 12 Hillview Manor, Chelsea.
It's jolly decent of you to come to see me.
Oh, but I wanted to.
Dr. Mercer says I'll be right as rain in a couple of weeks. I've torn a ligament or something.
When can you get up?
2 weeks flat on my back is the verdict.
Tell me, haven't you any idea who might have taken it?
Not a clue. I hit the bridge of my nose and the steering wheel knocked me cold. You can feel the bump under the bandage.
I don't have to feel it. I believe you.
It hadn't occurred to me that you wouldn't.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Alan, dear, if you don't mind, the Baroness and I will have our tea in the sitting room.
You mean I'm being abandoned?
Oh, but this room is so tiny, darling. And besides, Dr. Mercer will be here in a moment.
I'm only joking.
Will you come and have tea, my dear?
Certainly.
If the conversation drops below a loud roar, I'll know you're talking about me.
We'll leave the door open so you can eavesdrop. Sit here, Baroness.
Thank you.
Date muffins and my own apricot jam.
Oh.
Milk and sugar?
No, just clear, please.
It's awfully sweet of you to come and visit Alan. It's so tiresome for him not being able to walk.
Thank you. Mrs. Cornelius.
Yes?
Who is that in the picture?
Oh, that's my husband.
The 5th London Regiment.
Yes. He was killed at Passchendaele in 1917. Lord Harland was his commanding officer.
I see.
It's difficult sometimes being a widow. But of course, Lord Harland has been wonderful to us. So interested in Alan. And such a good friend to me.
After meeting you, I understand why he hasn't married.
Oh, my dear, you mustn't say such things, really. It's terribly sweet of you, but I can assure you it isn't so. Lord Harland has been... Oh, there's the doctor. Come in, Dr. Mercer.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Cornelius. How's our patient today?
Oh, very bored, I'm afraid. Baroness, may I present Dr. Graham Mercer? Doctor, this is the Baroness Karen Gazer.
Baroness?
How do you do?
Why don't you go in and see Alan and then come back and have some tea with us?
I'd be delighted to.
You can find him all right, can't you?
I imagine so.
And if you want to keep him in bed for 2 weeks, you'll have to be very firm with him.
I will. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Doctor.
Well?
They've tripled the guard on every London reservoir and on the pumping stations.
I'm not interested in the pumping stations.
I thought the bacteria had to be introduced after purification.
This is not a bacteria. It's a virus, like polio. It can't be filtered out, and it's undetectable in the bacterial count.
Is it fast?
A mouthful of the polluted water is enough. The culture is growing nicely. I have it in a moist heat oven. It will be ready within 4 weeks.
I've decided how we can get it into the reservoirs.
How?
Lord Harland is having spot security checks made at all of them.
So?
You'll pose as an intelligence agent. I'll get you credentials from headquarters. You'll inspect the reservoir, one of our men.
Is that safe?
It will be, with the proper papers.
When can you get them?
What's the minimum I can stay in bed and still have people believe I hurt my back?
8 days. You can limp for a couple more.
All right. You'd better go now. And don't have tea with the Baroness. Find some excuse.
What's she doing here?
Oh, just visiting.
I'll come again tomorrow.
Let's do that.
Goodbye, Alan. See you tomorrow.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Mercer.
Well, Well, Doctor, how is our patient? Will he live?
I rather think so.
Will you have some tea with us?
No, if you'll excuse me, I won't. It's later than I thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very nice to meet you, Baroness. I hope I see you again.
Thank you, Dr. Mercer.
Oh, surely you have time for just one cup.
I'd love to, but I can't. Please, don't get up, Mrs. Cornelius. I'll find my way out, and I'll take a rain check on that tea until tomorrow.
All right, don't forget. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's an extremely nice man.
Yes.
Of course, he isn't our regular family doctor.
Oh, really?
No, Alan met him at his club. More tea?
No, thanks. But what sort of a doctor is he?
Well, I believe he's a bacteriologist of some kind. He's been terribly concerned about Alan's back and very nice. But I don't see the connection between a strained back and bacteriology, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, however, since it's Alan's back, I suppose he can have any doctor he wants. How would you like to take him his tea? I know he'd appreciate it.
She poured the tea with an almost affectionate gesture and handed me the cup. I carried it to Alan's bedroom and handed it to him. As I turned to go out, I deliberately let a small white card fall to the floor. It was the address of a hat shop in Regent Street. Then I went back to the sitting room and chatted with this charming gentlewoman with a young face and a touch of gray in her hair. At last I got up to go.
I can't tell you how we appreciate your coming, Karen. I hope you'll come again.
I will indeed.
I hope that...
Yes?
Well, I hope you'll come again soon. If Alan has to stay off his feet for 2 weeks, he'll be absolutely savage. So do come again. Perhaps if you're not... Oh, dear, the phone. Will you excuse me?
Yes, and I'll go and say goodbye to Alan.
Yes, do. Hello? Oh, Carolyn, how nice to hear from you. I've been meaning to call you since Monday, but Helen has had...
May I say goodbye?
Yes, come in.
Seriously, but...
I hope you'll be better soon.
It's awfully decent of you to take it like this. I know what you went through to get it.
Oh, that's all right. You couldn't help it.
It was just rotten luck. This kid ran right in front of me, and I just...
Oh, please don't explain. I quite understand. I did understand, clearly. No one had been in his room since I had dropped the card on the floor. The card was gone. Who had picked it up? A man who couldn't walk. A man who thought it might have been important. I knew then that Alan Cornelius was a traitor. Will you shut that thing off, please?
Sorry.
They're waiting for us.
No, I forgot that it bothers people. What can I do for you?
I want you to make an installation in a house at 12 Hillview Manor, Chelsea.
When?
A week from Tuesday, the three of us are going to the theater. You'll have from 8 until midnight.
What type of installation?
I want a microphone in the second bedroom. The man sleeps in there. It's at the end of the hall. I want another one behind the large painting in the living room. It's above the fireplace.
Is this an espionage case?
Yes, we think so. If necessary, I can get Lord Harland's approval, but I'd rather not.
Your orders are sufficient, Baroness.
Does someone monitor this equipment all the time?
In shifts. 24 hours a day. If anybody speaking in the bedroom or the living room, we'll hear it here and record it on tape.
Call me the moment you get anything. I'm particularly interested in a man named Mercer, Dr. Mercer.
Mercer and Cornelius. Right.
It was the 9th day after the accident that we went to the theater. The microphone installation was made that night. Alan limped convincingly. Watching his mother help him down the aisle, I felt a sudden clutch at my heart. I dreaded the day when she would learn for herself that tradition is sometimes hard to live up to, that it exists mostly in the past, and that a hero can sometimes have a traitor for a son. It was 10 days later that I got the proof I needed. I took it immediately to Lord Harland's office in headquarters.
Baroness, I dislike the idea of eavesdropping on an employee. I wish you'd consulted me about this.
We have a tape here on which is recorded a conversation between Alan Cornelius and a Dr. Mercer at 2 this morning. I'm asking you to listen. I'm afraid the facts are inescapable.
Very well, then. Have him play it.
Will you set up the equipment, please?
Certainly, Baronet.
You seem very positive, Baroness.
I am. I knew his back wasn't injured. I dropped the card in his bedroom. No one else could have picked it up. It was gone when I went back.
Whenever you're ready, Lord Harland.
Go ahead, turn it on.
The part with the doctor will be enough.
Yes, Baronet.
I'll send my mother to the roof.
Here it is. I marked it. You can easily impersonate Lord Harland. You're the same size, same coloring.
It's Alan's voice.
Is this all I need?
Yeah, this is Harland's identification card from MI2. This is his special security pass. I stole them from his secretary's office yesterday.
Why, I can't believe it.
Don't you recognize his voice?
Yes, but
There is more.
Supposing someone at the reservoirs knows Harland.
Dr. Mercer, the head of MI2 isn't in the habit of trotting around to London reservoirs.
Are you sure?
Positive. He always sends an operator.
Why,
Once you're inside, you'll have dozens of chances to drop the virus into the water.
he's insane.
The time it goes into the water, how long until full pollution?
In 12 hours, the drinking water of the city of London will be as deadly as prussic acid.
This just isn't happening.
Have you heard enough?
Everything's set for us to get out.
A helicopter picks us up at Swalden Golf Course, midnight Friday.
And then I'll send my mother away on Thursday.
God help her.
Is that everything?
I think so.
Did you burn the reservoir blueprints?
Last night.
Turn it off.
Poor old England. Doctor, I wonder if they'll
Turn
ever
it
figure out what it means to live in the future instead of the past.
And German intention.
Well, Lord Harland.
We'll arrest him immediately. Emergency security, please. Hello, Colonel Ross. We're arresting Alan Cornelius on charges of treason immediately. Yes, I have complete proof. Have 2 squad cars and 10 policemen waiting in front of the building in 5 minutes. What? Yes, that's all. Isn't it enough? This will kill his mother. It'll kill her.
Yes, I know. And she's such a fine woman.
I wish there was some way that I wish I didn't have to tell her.
Would you like me to?
Would you?
Of course. You and your man can wait outside. I'll break it to her as gently as I know how.
Thank you, Baroness. Thank you very much.
Lord Harland.
Yes?
You were in love with her once, weren't you?
Baroness, I'm in love with her now. Shall we go?
When I suspected the back injury was a fake, I had the microphones installed in this house.
In this house?
Yes, behind that picture, and in Alan's bedroom. It was the night we went to the theater.
Go on.
We recorded the conversation Alan had with Dr. Mercer. Lord Harland has heard it. He wanted me to tell you. He felt he couldn't face you himself.
I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Alan couldn't. He couldn't be his father's son, and...
I know how you feel, but the voices are unmistakable.
But he couldn't. Oh, dear God, he couldn't.
You'd better wake him up now.
He's resting. Isn't that funny? He thought he'd have a rest before dinner. I've got to wake him up and tell him his country knows he's a traitor.
I am terribly sorry for you.
Are they outside now?
Yes. You'd better wake him up.
Will you come with me?
Certainly.
Alan. Alan.
Hmm?
They know.
What?
They've come to arrest you.
What are you talking about? What's she doing here? What is this?
Dr. Mercer, the reservoirs. You are caught.
So what is this? What's the idea of bursting in here like this?
Please, Alan, don't talk. Just get up and go. They know everything. There's been a microphone behind your bed for days. They've made records of your conversation with Mercer. Please don't lie, and please don't make a scene, and don't act. I couldn't stand it. There's no dignity left for you but silence.
I see.
Sometime, Alan, if you get the time, tell me why.
Anybody mind if I put on a tie? All right, Baroness, keep still.
You fool, put that gun down.
I said don't move. You want to know why, Mother? Well, I'll tell you. Because I'm sick of being a hero, son. Because I'm sick of you yapping about Father and his bravery and his dying like a soldier. I'm so sick of it I could vomit. You've shoved my father down my throat ever since I was a kid. Well, I hate my father. I hate everything about him. I've hated him ever since I can remember. And
Stop it!
All right. But now get out of the way. If I've got to die for England, they'll have to catch me
They're
first.
outside, Alan. Outside now.
You haven't a chance. The house is surrounded.
They'll have to kill me first. Get away from that door, Mother.
Give me the gun, Alan.
I'm telling you, Mother. Get out of my way. I'm not going to be honorable and give myself up. Now get out of my way.
Give me the gun.
Will you get out of the way? I tell you I won't go. I won't let them...
Give me the gun, Alan. Thank you. Now, put on your tie. And please stop crying. All right, Baroness. Tell them my son is ready now.
Did they sign confessions, Lord Harland?
Yes, both of them. Capturing the doctor was child's play, thanks to you.
How is Mrs. Cornelius?
As you'd expect.
The tragic thing is that this might have been avoided.
Why, what do you mean?
Alan's father wasn't a hero at all. I looked up his record.
I know.
You know?
Yes. He was shot in the back at Passchendaele for exposing his own men to enemy fire. And for deserting his regiment in the battle line.
You knew this? And you have kept it from her all these years?
Yes, Baroness, I have.
Why?
Because I love her. And because I shot him.
You have just heard Ilona Massey starring in NBC's Top Secret. Stories of intrigue and espionage brought to you each week at this time. Here is Miss Massey to tell you about next week's show.
Next week, the story of a castle in Scotland and the fluttering of a bird which spelled danger. The case of a wounded pigeon. A story until now top secret.
Top Secret is written, directed, and produced by Harry W. Junkin. Featured with Miss Massey on tonight's transcribed program was Alan Stevenson as Alan, Dennis Hoy was the doctor, Ian Martin was Lord Harland, Brooke Byron was Mrs. Cornelius. The music was composed and conducted by Dr. Roy Shield. This is Fred Collins speaking.
"75 years ago, August 6, 1950, Top Secret here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, a one-summer season series. Coming up next, Jeff Regan Investigator.
Everyone who works for a living knows that illness or injury may keep them from earning a living. Today, more than 9 out of 10 American workers are covered by Social Security, and each one should know that if he becomes severely disabled, he and his family may be eligible for monthly Social Security disability payments. More than 1 million people are now receiving benefits each month under this program. For more information about Social Security disability benefits, write to Social Security, Department 15, Hollywood 28, California, and ask for a free copy of Booklet 29 called If You Become Disabled.
I neglected to tell you what's coming up here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox over the next few days. Tomorrow, we'll have a 1938 episode of The Shadow, a 1949 episode of Sam Spade Detective, starring Howard Duff, Peter Lorre in a 1947 episode of the summer series Mystery in the Air. Lorre is the marvelous Barastro, and A Pitch in Time, a 1947 episode of The Crime Club. Friday, Bob Bailey as George Valentine in Let George Do It, a 1948 episode of The Adventures of Sam Spade, the Bluebeard Caper, a 1956 episode of Suspense, Vic Perrin in the story of Double Identity, and a romance episode of F. Scott Fitzgerald's Offshore Pirate, starring Sammy Hill and Donald Woods. On Saturday, quiet please, Ernest Chappell stars in the spooktacular 1948 drama The Thing on the Formal Board. Screen Directors Playhouse production of Wuthering Heights from 1951, and a couple of westerns, Have Gun Will Travel from 1959 and Gunsmoke from 1954. Then on Sunday, Suspense. Mercedes McCambridge stars in The Diary of Sophronia Winters, a 1950 episode of the summer replacement for Suspense, Somebody Knows, The Mysterious Traveler from 1948, The Visiting Corpse, and another episode of Quiet Please from 1947, Bring Me to Life. Comedy on Monday with episodes of It Pays to Be Ignorant from 1944, a 1957 episode of Stan Freberg's Show and Orville the Moon Man, Abbott and Costello from 1948, and A Date with Judy from 1942. Variety on Tuesday with The Chase and Sanborn Hour from 1939 starring Joan Blondell, The Jackie Gleason Les Tremaine Show from 1944 with Edgar Bergen. Also a Matinee with Bob and Ray episode from 1949. And Westerns on Wednesday, next Wednesday I should say, with Tom Mix from 1945, Frontier Town, Reed Hadley starring from 1953 as Chad Remington, Gunsmoke from 1960, and Have Gun Will Travel also from 1960. And on Thursday, a week from tomorrow, another episode of Suspense, John Daner starring in A Friend to Alexander, Murder by Experts from 1949, Nick Carter from 1948, and Counter Spy from 1950. That's all straight ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit us anytime at classicradio.stream. An episode of Jeff Regan Investigator now, starring, this is so sad, because we have Frank Graham on, who committed suicide, which is what ended the show, and Frank Nelson. This episode from 75 years ago today, August 6, 1950. There's nothing like a pork chop when supper rolls around.
My name's Regan. I work for Anthony J. Lyon, Detective Bureau. They call me the Lion's Eye.
Sunday at 8:30, and CBS brings you Jeff Regan, Investigator, starring Frank Graham as Regan, with Frank Nelson as Anthony J. Lyon. So stand by for mystery, suspense, and adventure in tonight's transcribed story titled There's Nothing Like a Pork Chop When Supper Rolls Around.
It took a heap of threatening notes to make Buddy Huckle afraid, and we had plenty of threatening notes in this one. Individual words cut from poems and pasted on plain white paper to create a message of death. If you enjoy poetry, you hate Huckle. And everyone connected with this case enjoyed poetry. Maybe it has something to do with the dictaphone that wound up telling too much and a leggy blonde that told too little. It was 3 p.m. when I checked in with my boss, the Lion, at the Detective Bureau. Somehow he looked different.
Jeffrey, my boy.
Then I saw he was wearing a flowing black tie.
Listen to this, Jeffrey.
Where's your cape, Fatso?
Listen. Listen to the exhortation of the dawn. Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lie all...
Poetry? You, Lion?
Well, just because you have no appreciation of the finer things in life, Jeffrey, doesn't mean that
Whose poetry?
Well, mine, of course.
You, the head of a detective agency, writing poetry?
A man who appreciates the beauty of the universe, the richness of living...
What's in it for you?
What do you mean by that snide remark?
What do you get out of writing this poetry?
I reap calm peace, my boy.
How much money?
Now look here, Jeffrey.
How much?
$10,000 if I win.
Win what?
Well, our new client told me about the contest, my boy. There's a $10,000 prize for the poem, which, in the opinion of the judges...
I thought. Okay, Lion, who's the new client?
Buddy Huckle, the poet, America's Bard Laureate.
What's Hucklebuck's trouble?
No, Buddy Huckle. It seems someone is trying to intimidate him, keep him from creating more poetry.
Where do I find this bard?
At his office.
Office?
Well, he has to work someplace. Now, you get right down to this address and do what you can.
Did he, pay you?
There was a check for $200. Buddy Huckle is solvent.
Well, for an artist, that's suspicious.
You do a good job, my boy, and the Lion Detective Agency might turn up in his memoirs.
If I expected to find Buddy Huckle writing poetry in a hidden nook, I was in for a surprise. His office was on the Miracle Mile, brand new building, all glass and angles and curves. I checked the address the Lion had given me just to make sure. This was it. I squeezed into the Lucite elevator with salesmen, briefcases, secretaries, and a temperature of 110. Up in his office, there was a small desk and a little man behind it. Maybe 50, with a pink, seamless face and short white hair like popcorn glued to a billiard ball.
May I help you, sir?
You're Buddy Huckle?
Just a moment while I staple these poems.
My name's Regan. I'm from the Lion Detective Bureau.
Oh, yes. Mr. Huckle told me you were coming. Won't you sit down? I purchased that chair from the estate of H.W. Longfellow.
Where is Mr. Huckle?
Just a moment while I...
use the stapler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mr. Huckle now. Yes, sir, Mr. Huckle?
Come in here, Laszlo.
Yes, sir, Mr. Huckle.
Running behind schedule today.
Coming, Mr. Huckle.
The little man grabbed at a stack of stapled poems and made for the inner office, his arms and legs working like a crab's. When he disappeared into the inner office, I took a look around. Hung on the wall was a certificate of merit from the Amalgamated Advertising Agencies of America, made out to Buddy Huckle. It read, in gold leaf, "Your poems move merchandise." There was a stack of magazines on Laszlo's desk. I reached for one and was about to open it when Laszlo reappeared from the inner office.
Dear. Such a busy day.
When can I see the poet?
Soon. Oh, you've disturbed my stapler.
I must have done that when I picked up this magazine.
Yes, a wonderful magazine. Mr. Huckle contributes to it regularly.
Uh-huh. Folk stuff.
Yes. Mr. Huckle again. Yes, sir?
Send Regan in, Laszlo.
Yes, Mr. Huckle.
I may go right in.
Why, yes, but don't take too much of Mr. Huckle's time. He's a very busy man.
I found Buddy Huckle seated behind a bluish cast aluminum desk. Very utilitarian.
Utility, Mr. Regan. No frou-frou here.
Buddy Huckle had been handsome, but now he was a gross 40, His overlarge face hung in little white puffs, damp-looking.
Your time, Mr. Regan. You don't get work done sitting in the sun.
Over Huckle's desk hung the motto, Drive.
Regan, I can give you 3 minutes.
You're paying for it.
Hey, Regan, I like you.
Thanks.
You're a utilitarian, no frou-frou, no...
What's the matter, Huckle?
Little white box on the desk.
Huckle was dying. His lips gathered blue patches around the edges. His huge head rolled weakly. I opened his desk and found a small white box. Inside there were pills as big as bullets. I shot one into his gaping mouth and he swallowed. In moments, his body firmed and he seemed to have come out of it.
Heart attack, Regan. Nothing. Have them all the time. Drive myself too hard, but that's all right. I've got money.
Makes nice salad.
You've given me a poem.
You use a dictaphone?
Of course. Did you think I wrote poetry with a quill pen and olive ink? Poem. Title. Money Ain't Salad. Money ain't salad, neighbor. Won't help you when you're down. There's nothing like a pork chop when supper rolls around. So spend your wealth, but not your health. Live wisely. Take a tip. For money sure ain't salad. It sure won't cure the grip. Signed, Buddy Huckle.
America's Bard Laureate.
Exactly. $100 a line.
Who's giving you trouble, Huckle?
Don't know. Take a look at these.
Poison pen notes.
Nasty business.
Uh-huh. Paste-up letters. No one's handwriting appears, so you couldn't check a typewriter. Very smart.
Yeah, all these words came from my published poem.
Yeah, individual words cut out of the poems, then pasted on a plain piece of white paper so they form a message.
Read that one.
One more poem with a chuckle, and death will take you, Huckle.
Oh, crude poetry. Rank imitation of my product.
And someone's threatening your life.
Trying to scare me into not competing in this year's Hotchkiss Award for time capsule poetry.
Time capsule poetry?
Yeah. The winning poem is placed in a time capsule and buried for posterity by Hotchkiss University. To win means nationwide publicity and, of course, a $10,000 prize.
Yeah, the lion told me. You have any idea who might want to stop your...
You're creating? No. That's why I'm paying your agency.
Mm-hmm. Who publishes most of your stuff?
I have a contract channeling my efforts into Folk Stuff magazine.
Okay, Huckle. If you need me, call me at Folk Stuff magazine.
Wait, Regan.
Yeah?
Regan, I'm scared.
He was scared. But it didn't stop his reaching for the dictaphone when I left. I'd given him another idea for a poem when I said I was going to check Folk Stuff. The magazine was located out in the cute section of Westwood. The building was 3 stories high and constructed to look like Paul Bunyan. The elevator operator said,
"Howdy, neighbor,"
and took me to the editorial offices. I expected to see old Father William behind the editor-in-chief's desk. But what I found was young, blonde, formed by a strict diet and exercise, dressed by Vogue, and had a voice like a warm night.
Come in, Mr. Regan.
The secretary said I'd find the editor-in-chief in here.
Sit down, Mr. Regan. I'm the editor-in-chief.
Yeah.
My name's Julie. If you're a writer, Mr. Regan, I'll publish you.
Well, that's not what I had in mind.
Then perhaps we might do a manuscript together.
That's nice, but...
I'll just turn on the phonograph. I hope you like American folk music.
Love it.
Get so lonely working up here in Paul Bunyan.
We can be lonely anywhere.
People think me unapproachable. I surprise them.
Sure, lady. Now about Buddy Huckle.
Oh, him.
Come to think of it, maybe I'd rather hear about you. How come?
All this?
Yeah.
Why, I'm in charge of a folksy magazine.
Something like that.
There's money in folks, Mr. Regan. I bought out this magazine when I learned how many folks there were in America.
Oh. Do the, folks know about you?
We don't have many folks out here in California. Mostly the sophisticated type, Mr. Regan. The kind that would take advantage of a girl if they were left alone with her.
Uh-huh.
But I see you want to get back to Buddy Huckle.
Yeah, I had that in mind.
What do you want to know?
Do you know anyone around here that would like to see Huckle stop producing poetry?
Practically all of us feel that way.
Or maybe kill him?
We're all of us capable of murder, aren't we, Mr. Regan?
Works that way.
But why do you ask about Buddy Huckle?
Well, he has a contract with your magazine. You publish all his poetry.
There must be some mistake, Mr. Regan. I don't publish a line of his.
I nodded once because of impact. Then I nodded again to say goodbye. I left still nodding to the elevator operator who said,
So long, neighbor.
You know anything about Buddy Huckle?
Just he's doing a big broadcast from an Oklahoma barbecue over Long Beach tonight, neighbor.
I headed for Long Beach to have a long talk with Buddy Huckle. It was beginning to look like a publicity setup. When I arrived, I found the broadcasting studio on the 5th floor of the Ocean Stone Hotel. Just outside the studio door stood a woman, middle-aged, her hand gripped in her handbag. That old look of murder on her face.
Let go of my arm.
What's in the handbag, lady?
If you think I'm going to say hairpins, you're nuts.
All right, let's take a look.
I got a gun.
I thought maybe...
Let me go!
You're looking for someone?
Yeah. That louse Huckle.
You've been sending him love notes you've cut out of magazines?
Who are you?
Regan, private investigator.
Well, I'm not afraid of you.
That's nice.
I was Buddy Huckle's wife, Regan. Now he's cut off my alimony, and I'm going in there to shoot him dead.
A lot of people in there, lady. Witnesses.
Oh. You say you're right.
Thank you.
You talked me out of it.
Goodbye, lady.
Goodbye, mister. And thanks.
The broadcasting room was a regular hotel room that had been wired for sound. There was a character in a padded suit that kept eyeing a clock and rubbing his moist hands on his sleeves. This must have been the producer. Buddy Huckle was seated at a green-top table, his eyes on the papers in front of him. Wasn't quite 10, so I said hello.
Hello, Regan. I'm on the air in 2 minutes.
Oh, that's a lifetime, Huckle. If you had a dictaphone, you could make yourself $1,000 in 2 minutes.
Maybe 500.
You don't look scared.
That. You can forget our little talk of this afternoon. While I was dictating this afternoon, the culprit walked in, Mr. Regan. I found out who it was threatening me, sending me the note.
Would you mind telling me who?
Well, nothing to worry about, nothing at all. I don't know why I was so concerned. Just figure your time and make me a refund on my retainer.
A certified pleasure.
Huh?
Quiet, please. We're ready to cut you in now, Mr. Huckle.
I'm ready, George.
Okay, stand by. You're on the air in a second. Take my cue.
Well, howdy, folks. This is America's Board Laureate, Buddy Huckle, a-talking to you. And, folks, I got a swell little old poem for you folks that I hope you're plumb going to like a lot. I kind of like to call it Money Ain't Salad. Goes, say, money ain't salad, neighbor. It won't help you when you're down. There's nothing like a pork chop when supper rolls around.
I couldn't take it. I gently made my way around George, the radio producer, to the door and out. It took me a little time to make my way through the crowd down to the street, and I stood there on the sidewalk for a few moments wondering about Buddy Huckle. Maybe Huckle wasn't as safe as he thought. But that was his business now. And suddenly, high overhead above the sounds in the street, there was a shattering of glass. Screams from the street as a figure came hurtling toward the pavement. I jumped. Just in time. The body hit the sidewalk. If you looked hard, you could recognize what was left as Buddy Huckle. The final poetic touch was a framed sign that hit right after the body. On the sign was the motto, Drive.
This is CBS, and you are listening to tonight's adventure with Jeff Regan Investigator, entitled There's Nothing Like a Pork Chop When Supper Rolls Around.
A man's body was spread-eagled on a concrete sidewalk. He'd fallen, or been pushed, from the 5th floor of the Ocean Stone Hotel. The body had belonged to a poet named Buddy Huckle. Very popular guy. His discarded wife had been in the hotel gunning for him, and somebody had been sending Huckle notes threatening his life. Maybe his wife. Well, now he didn't have to worry about the race for popularity. He was dead. Since all concerned were L.A. people, Homicide finally put Sanducci on the case. When Sanducci finished in Long Beach, we drove back to L.A. in his squad car, the hearse following us.
Facts, Regan. Look at the facts.
Facts can lie, Sanducci. What's your theory?
You can't convict on theory. Speed it up, Max. We'll never make L.A.
Okay, what are your facts, Sanducci?
Look, fact one.
Let me try. Buddy Huckle is dead.
Smart boy.
Fact two, he fell to his death from 5 stories up.
Right.
His former wife was spotted at the scene of the crime.
And she was gunning for her former husband, Buddy Huckle. You said so yourself, Regan.
Oh. What about George, the radio producer?
He was still in the studio. Didn't say anything. Step on it, Max.
There were no witnesses.
There were 3. They say they saw a woman running away from the scene of the crime.
Oh, you know how witnesses become confused, Sanducci. They may all be wrong.
Said woman became lost in the crowd during the confusion.
Yeah, and you now have an all-points call-out on Buddy Huckle's former wife.
The woman is dangerous, Regan. She's armed.
Well, didn't the witnesses say they saw anything else?
How much you want a witness to see, Regan? Be satisfied.
You know the trouble with facts, Sanducci? You gotta stop when you've got all that'll fit. Where do you place that motto that came down on top of the body?
Give it time. It'll fit.
Yeah, but it so happens it came from the wall of Buddy Huckle's office.
Look, did you ever hear of planted clues, Regan? The dame is trying to outsmart us. She planted the sign, tried to throw us off.
All right, have it your way, Sanducci. Hurry up, Max. We gotta get back to L.A. fast. Hey, why is he slowing down?
Regulations. Max doesn't take orders from anybody but me. All right, step on it, Max.
We arrived in town. The time of night you think you see figures waiting with knives in every puddle of dark. 3 a.m. First, I had to check with the lion. I made it to his apartment. There was a wafer of light coming from under his door. I walked in. The lion was sound asleep on the couch. A pencil hanging from his mouth, sheets of scribbled paper on the floor. Come on, lion, get off it.
Hello, public library. Send me... Oh, it's you, Jeffrey.
Expecting a love bandit?
I must have forgotten to lock the door.
One world and a lock on every door.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I was working on my entry for the Hotchkiss Award for Time Bomb Poetry.
Capsule.
Oh, yes. I have another stanza, Jeffrey. Listen. The glory of action, the splendor...
Lion, our client is dead.
Dead? Oh, but that's horrible, my boy. When?
No
How?
time for that. Look, I gotta have your help to find Buddy Huckle's former wife.
Yeah, but I'd planned on spending the rest of the night working on my poem.
Her first name is Mona. That's all we've got. You've got to find her while I check on a dictaphone and a blonde editor.
Oh, a description, Jeffrey.
About 5'10", medium build, brown hair. Last seen in Long Beach wearing a yellow cotton dress, no hat. You're racing the police on this one, Lion. And when you get her, hang on, but be careful. She's wanted for murder. For what I needed, there was only one place to go now. The inner office of the late Buddy Huckle. Dark inside the office. Very. The door to the inner office was locked. None of my keys would work, so I used my shoulder. The door gave, and I was in the inner office. I snapped the lights on. When a man's just dead and you're in his room, you keep looking around for him. And I was alone, and I saw what I wanted, the dictaphone. I played the wax roll that was on the machine.
Signed, the Bard Laureate, Buddy Huckle.
I heard a lot of stuff. Poems, mostly, delivered in his rapid-fire manner. Then I heard myself.
You used a dictaphone? Of course. Do you think I wrote poetry with a quill pen and mauve ink? Poem. Title. Money ain't...
I lifted the playback head. For luck, I tried the end of the dictaphone record. This was really good.
The sign comes, the silent thrust of death by the tempered blade. Sharp, sweet sharpness. I refuse to read any more of this tribe.
Yeah, that didn't sound like Buddy's rhyming cry-pie type of poetry. I played the very end of the record to get the signature, signed Buddy Huckle. But instead I got...
You've made me read this, but I won't sign this lousy poem.
That was the end of the record. Suddenly, without looking up, I knew there was someone standing behind me.
You're Regan.
Mona!
I saw you earlier, now I see you again.
What are you doing here?
I ain't so dumb I don't know the cops are after me.
Well, they probably know you're here right now.
I snuck in.
Now, you're not going to reach into that purse for your gun again.
I hocked it in an all-night joint.
Well, look, why don't we just sit down quietly and talk, Mona?
Yeah, well, I ain't so dumb I don't know what you're trying to do, mister.
What am I trying to do, Mona?
Well, I just came here to see if maybe Huckle made out an alimony check for me. and maybe didn't mail it.
That's what I'm trying to do?
I need all the money I can get now that the cops are hot after me for something I didn't do.
You're sure you didn't push Buddy Huckle through that window, Mona?
I ain't got the strength.
No, guess not.
I need dough to run away from the cops, Mr. Regan. Maybe you could take my case, huh? I got $6 for the gun.
Well, maybe I can help you, Mona. Look, hole up in the Rounder Hotel. Give a fictitious name. The police are liable to check this office.
Gee, you've been real good to me, Mr. Regan. You took my case, and here's my $6.
No thanks. We'll take it up with the Lion later.
The Lion?
Never mind. But find that hotel. I've got to find an editor-in-chief. The phone book gave me Julie's home address. Julie being the editorial brains behind Folk Stuff magazine. It was almost dawn now, but when I rang the doorbell of her swank apartment, I got an immediate response.
Come in, Mr. Regan.
I went in.
You know the police have already come and gone.
Yeah, they get around.
You're expecting to find something they didn't?
Thought maybe.
Drink, Mr. Regan.
Well, it has been a long night.
Say when.
Now.
Rugged individualist. Decided to do that manuscript with me?
Not what I had in mind, lady.
Maybe you'll tell me what you did have in mind.
You were closer to Buddy Huckle than most people know.
Just so, sir.
Huckle had a reputation as a poet. He set you up as editor of Folk Stuff magazine. But you were pretty rich, even for his blood.
You know, you're wrong, Mr. Regan.
I am?
But it makes a good story. More?
Why don't you try? Maybe it'll make more sense.
The magazine Folk Stuff does belong to me, Mr. Regan. No strings. Although Huckle did like to spend money on women, I wasn't one of them.
Sounds good. Go on.
Buddy Huckle had a reputation that helped sell my magazine. There was only one thing. He couldn't write poetry.
Oh. So when you told me that Huckle didn't write a line that went into Folk Stuff, you weren't lying, huh?
Even I couldn't stand his poetry. I made little changes here and there in every line. It gave me a sense of accomplishment. He didn't seem to mind.
Well, lady, I guess that's all here.
Oh, Mr. Regan.
Lonely Julie grabbed my lapels, held me tight, and kissed me, but I managed to break away. After a while. I had to leave in the line of duty. And the man I had to see was the one that had last seen Buddy Huckle alive. George, the radio producer. I reached him at his home.
Mr. Regan.
You produced Buddy Huckle's broadcast at the Ocean Stone Hotel last night.
Lousy show, no fire.
Yeah, but you were the last man to see Buddy Huckle alive.
No, there must have been somebody else.
You followed Huckle out into the hallway after the... Lied to the police. You must have seen something. What?
I stayed in the studio.
Talk, George. Open up.
Ow! I don't want to get mixed up in it.
Talk.
Let me alone. Now. All right. I got a police record back in Shy, Regan. You won't...
No deals. But make it the truth.
Okay. It was just I didn't want to get mixed up in no killing.
What'd you see?
I followed the star out of the studio like I always do to tell him it was a great show.
Yeah?
Only when I opened the door, I saw this little guy pop out of the crowd and plant his two hands against the star.
Buddy Huckle?
Yeah, and push him through the window.
Thanks, George. That's all I need.
I tried to step back before I saw it happen. I got a record, Regan.
Sure. Try not to worry, George. Everything may turn out all right. The little man, George, had seen push Huckle out of the window, could be Laszlo, Huckle's secretary. I checked all morning trying to find Laszlo, but he'd disappeared from the face of the earth. Then I got to thinking what kind of a guy Laszlo appeared to be. A thinker. Now, where would a thinker type go to hide if he was afraid of something? Someplace familiar to give him a sense of security, yet off the beaten path. It hit me. Sure. The public library. And that's where I found him. 2 flights below street level in the last reference room. Laszlo. His round popcorn white head was bent over a book. Hanging above his head was the public library sign, Silence.
It's you again.
Come with me, Laszlo.
No, you shan't take me alive.
Stop poking your pocket at me, Laszlo.
It's a dueling pistol. It belonged to Edgar Allan Poe, and it'll fire again in righteous cause.
Yeah, sure. Now listen, Laszlo. I know you finally blew your top about Huckle's poetry. You sent him those pasted notes threatening his life to keep him from writing any more.
He dictated his poetry.
It's all over, Laszlo.
No. You can't prove anything.
You were seen pushing Huckle to his death.
Oh, But I just couldn't stand it any longer. Today, after you left, I held this dueling pistol to his head and made him dictate one of my poems for spite. And then I resigned.
Go on.
He put money ahead of art. With his reputation, he was going to win the Hotchkiss Prize without their even looking at his work, while my poetry would go begging. Do you realize that I am one of only 4 men in the world who really understands Gertrude Stein?
Go on, Laszlo.
I didn't want to hurt him, just frighten him into ceasing to write poetry.
You followed him to the broadcast last night.
Yes, it was the last resort. I was going to interrupt the broadcast, tell the world he was an imposter, not a poet.
Yeah, but you had the motto from his wall with you.
Yes, positive proof of his inartistic approach. His motto was drive. But I couldn't go through with it. I was leaving when...
You saw Huckle leave the scene of his latest triumph, the broadcasting studio. This was too much. You killed him.
I was blind with rage.
In pushing Huckle, you dropped the motto out of the window, huh?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember. It all happened so fast.
Let's forget the dueling pistol, Laszlo. Just come along quietly.
No, you shan't take me alive.
Hand that gun over, Laszlo.
No, stand back!
The dueling pistol went off in his hand. The bullet cracked the ceiling. I grabbed the gun away from Laszlo. He didn't put up much of a fight. And then I led him from the library as quietly as possible. Sanducci, down at Homicide, felt as sorry for Laszlo as I did. But now Laszlo should have plenty of time to write poetry and not worry about selling it. State'll take care of him. George, the radio producer, got a dressing down for withholding information, and I called Mona to tell her she was no longer under suspicion. And that wrote the end. It was high noon when I checked in with my boss, the Lion, at the bureau. He was reciting.
Oh, yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision.
You still can enter the poetry contest, Fatso?
Of course, my boy. The 10,000's as good as mine. I've just completed my work of art.
Okay. How does it go?
Oh, it's classic, Jeffrey. Reminiscent of ancient Sanskrit poetry. In translation, of course.
Well, I've had a hard night, but I'd like to hear it.
Well, you've heard most of it. I'll just give you the ending.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
And tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness.
Oh, that's real fine.
Oh, yes. And every tomorrow a vision of hope. Why are you walking around?
Oh, just looking, Lion.
Now, you just sit still while I finish. Look well, therefore, to this day. Such is the salutation to the dawn.
Aha! What's this in your wastebasket?
Nothing, Jeffrey.
A library book.
Give me that.
Oh, no.
The cleaning woman must have dropped it there.
What title of book? Great Poems by Unknown Poets.
Yeah. Well, since nobody claims them, Jeffrey, it would be a shame to see them go to waste.
Jeff Regan Investigator is written by William Frug and Gilbert Thomas, produced and transcribed by Sterling Tracy, and stars Frank Graham as Regan with Frank Nelson as Anthony J. Lyon. Original music is by Dick Arant. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The show would air for 3 more weeks. There were 4 episodes prepared to be broadcast, and in fact, one was recorded for the night of September 3rd, 1950, already recorded, except that on September 2nd, 1950, Frank Graham was found dead in his convertible in the carport of his home in Hollywood, with a photograph of Mildred Rossi by his side. Rossi had ended a relationship with him weeks earlier. Coroner declared he had committed suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning. He was just 35 years of age. Frank Graham, Jeff Regan Investigator, as it was broadcast on this date back in 1950. Sad, sad story. By the way, he co-developed the radio drama Satan's Waiting with Van de Ottels, which is one of those programs I think we only have one copy of, and we have aired it already this year. But it was a A funky show it was. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. Up next, Gerald Mohr, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe.
This is Peter Hallas. As senior editor of the Hungarian desk at Radio Free Europe, I write and edit material destined for an audience still living behind barbed wire. I know those people, for I was one of them. I escaped to freedom in 1956, but there are millions still in captivity. Radio Free Europe keeps them in touch with the world outside. Keep RFE on the air with contributions to Crusade for Freedom.
We continue now with more of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on this Wednesday with an episode of The Adventures of Philip Marlowe starring Gerald Mohr. This goes back 76 years. August 6, 1949, The August Lion.
Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it wind up in the gutter, the prison, or the grave. It started with death on my doorstep and got worse when I lied to a sympathetic bull, was pistol-whipped by a gorilla with dimples, and fought with a kitten on the Keys. And it might have gone on that way all night if I hadn't been helped by the king of the beasts.
From the pen of Raymond Chandler, outstanding author of mystery, comes his most famous character and crime's most deadly enemy as we present The Adventures of Philip Marlowe. Now, with Gerald Mohr starred as Philip Marlowe, we bring you tonight's exciting story, The August Lion.
It was one of those in-between hours, along about 10 on a night at home when you don't quite know what to do with yourself. Then all of a sudden it's 11, and then 11:30, and you're in slippers and a robe and have done nothing, which is exactly where I was, except that I'd already decided on one, and only one, very dry martini, a quiet cigarette, and bed, when it came loud, insistent, and unwelcome. No improvement when I opened up. Saw less than 5 feet of excited cab driver jumping up and down.
Mister, you Doc Marlowe?
Yeah, I'm Doc Marlowe.
That's right. Here he comes with a Doc. You better make room. Is the sofa there okay? I'll clear it off.
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Who comes? Who?
Okay, mister. Bring her on in. The Doc's here, all right. Hey, Doc, she's stiff. She's out like a light.
Who?
The babe. Who do you think? Sure too bad some people can't drink, huh, Doc?
Yeah, it's real tough. Now tell me, do you...
Hello, Phil.
Judson Angel.
I'm sorry to bust in on you this way. Is the sofa all right?
No, it's stuffed with granite. Put her in the bedroom.
Okay, will you take care of the driver, please?
Yeah. How much, friend?
Well, only 80 cents on the meter, Doc.
A couple of bucks ought to cover it. Here. Good night.
Good night, Diamond Jim.
Well, Phil, I guess I'd better explain all this.
Uh-huh.
Here, I haven't seen you in 6 months, and when I do...
Never mind the details, Judd boy. Let's talk about the problem. Who's the girl?
Her name's Voss. Eileen Voss. She's kind of a stockbroker. Maybe speculator's a better term. You know, takes big chances with other people's money. I was in love with her, Phil, until tonight.
When what happened?
When I found out I was just one of many, it threw me, Phil. I really lost my temper. I swore I'd kill her on sight.
Yeah, most guys do at a time like that, Judd. And by the way, while we're talking, I'll put on some coffee,
No.
huh?
No, don't, Phil.
Why not?
Because it can't help. She had a shot too many, all right, only this one's a bullet in her head. She's dead.
Oh, fine.
Now, Phil, listen, please. You've got to help me. I've got to find out who did it. Phil, it started a couple of hours ago when I found out she'd been playing me for a sucker. I went to her place the first time in a week, boiling mad. The door was open.
Judson Angel's eyes never left my face as he told the story from the beginning. A girl's body on the couch when he walked in, a neat hole in the back of her head. The gun he knew she owned shoved under a pillow. Then in the next second, before he could even look in the other rooms, the arrival of the cabbie somebody'd called who thought Eileen was just another drunk who had to be shown the way to go home. How he seized on that as an opportunity to keep from being placed at the scene of the murder he had every reason to commit. How minutes after he was in the cab he realized he was near my place. How to avoid suspicion he said I was a doctor. Everything except why, specifically, he was so afraid of the police. I knew that was going to be next.
And now, Phil, I suppose you want to know why I couldn't possibly call the police.
Yeah, that's right. Why?
Because I'd surely be booked and fingerprinted. And that'd ruin me. You see, a long time ago, I served time in the state penitentiary in Illinois.
What?
Yes, so I've kept it quiet. Only Phoebe Hammond in my office knows. It was for forgery, Phil. It was under another name and way back when I didn't know the difference between clever business and crooked business. It's taken 10 years to work up my reputation as an accountant. So you see, if I get mixed up in this, it'll all come out and... well, smash, lots of pieces, no more. Oh, you've got to help me, Phil. You've got to find the real killer before the police get to me. Please, Phil.
I can't, Judd. It'd be smashing just as many little pieces for me, too, if I tried to pull anything like this on homicide. No, I'm sorry, Judd. I've got to report this body.
But, Phil, look, what if you do report the body, but you say that you don't know anything about it, that you're going out to find what you can? What about that, Phil? Oh, please. Please, Phil.
Okay. What's the girl's address?
91 Hollycrest Drive.
91 Hollycrest.
Yeah, the door wasn't locked, Phil.
Mm-hmm. Your phone number, Judd?
Gladstone 3926. I won't move out of my place until I hear from you.
Now, make sure you don't, Judd. Because if I can't find the real killer, I've got to tell what I know about you. You understand that, don't you? When Angel left, I called Detective Lieutenant Matthews at police headquarters and lied that there was a corpse in my apartment about which I knew nothing, and that I was on my way out to see what I could find. Then I hung up fast, not feeling very good. 20 minutes later, when I was in the plush living room at 91 Hollycrest Drive, I had 0 to go on. Until I got to the bedroom where, caught in the folds of lace at the bottom of a petticoated vanity, I found a piece of male jewelry that stood out against that backdrop like Argyle socks on a turtle. It was a gold tie clasp ornamented with the figure of a lion, a little more majestic than most. I dropped it into my pocket and then moved out into a long hall that led to the kitchen. I was about to start toward it when he spoke.
Don't move, buddy.
Like the voice, he was thick and soft, especially in the middle where he was girdled in double-breasted gray flannel. So I couldn't tell whether he was plus or minus a tie clasp. Also, he had no hair, and a pair of deep dimples that danced when he talked. The gun in his hand didn't.
Okay, turn around. Let's go back to the living room, buddy. I want to ask you a few questions. Like why you're taking inventory here.
Well, it's my job. You see, I'm an auctioneer. The lady of the house won't need this stuff anymore. She's not
Shut
going
up. Now stop where you are, and don't turn around. Okay, where's the girl? Come on, where is she?
Out. And only if you'll tell me why you want to know will I tell you where. You see, that way I come out even.
Maybe. Well, Eileen Voss owes me money, buddy, and I want it now before she's flat broke. Now where is she?
On her way to the morgue. Like you don't know.
What do you mean by that? I didn't kill her?
Honest, Injun?
Listen, you. Get this straight. I came into this place just now for one reason only. To check on the Voss girl and make sure she wasn't on her way out of town, bag and baggage in hand, and my 50 grand. Now, don't forget that.
I'll try not to.
And don't move. Hello. No, she's not here. She, Judy? Yeah, it's me, honey. No, she's out. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you about it later at the club. Yeah. Right, Judy. So long. Now, where were we, buddy?
In the middle of a big fat lie, your reason for being here.
Oh, yeah. That's where we were. And you know, that's a good old place to leave it. Ah! Oh, buddy.
When the twin telephones, lamps, and end tables next to me got back to being one of each again, I saw the note next to the phone that said, "Call Monday at the garden room," which didn't add to much until I realized that Monday was spelled not as the day in the week, but M-U-N-D-Y. And recall that the garden room was a cozy collection of crepe paper flowers where some people did their serious drinking. That plus dancing dimples telling a girl named Judy, who had called for Eileen in the first place, that he'd meet her at the club was a little better than the 0+ tie clasp I'd been working with. And a half hour later, that little became a lot, and things started to dovetail because a placard under glass in front of the garden room bragged about the glamour-puss pianist featured inside, whose name was first Judy, second Monday, not his day in the week. I blessed my good luck, exchanged smiles only with a head-check girl in the lobby, and found a table for one inside, not more than a half a dozen octaves away from Miss Monday's left hand. I'd ordered a drink and had a cigarette going before she paid any attention to me.
I'll play anything you want. It's a rule of the house. Just name it, or hum it, or whistle. But don't croon. That's also a rule of the house. What'll it be?
How about the number you always play for that fat friend of yours? You know, the one with the deep dimples?
Burleffy? Sure. It's kind of corny. Remember it?
Yeah.
You a friend of his?
Not exactly.
I didn't think so. He'd crown you if he heard you say dimples. He's sensitive. You're new here, aren't you?
I've been in once or twice. Mutual friend of ours used to speak well of you. Eileen Voss.
What made her change her mind?
She was murdered tonight. Any idea who did it? I said
I heard you. No, mister, I haven't got the slightest idea. There, that's the end of your request. Sorry, but I'm only allowed one to a customer.
It's a rule of the house, I know, yeah. I'll see you, Judy.
Hello?
This is Marlowe, Angel.
Oh, Phil. Where are you? What have you found out?
In that order, I'm in a phone booth at a club called the Garden Room. And what I found out so far won't impress Detective Lieutenant Matthews of the Homicide Squad at all when next we meet.
But nothing in the apartment? No lead of any kind?
I'm not sure, Judd. I ran into a round man with a sleek gun who piled me up and left before very much was said.
But, Phil, the garden room, the girl there's a friend of Eileen's. Talk to her.
Yeah, I already did, Judd. Got me the round man's name and no more. It was Burleffy. You mean anything?
Burleffy?
Yeah,
A fat guy with dimples and no hair?
that's right. He claimed Eileen had $50,000 that belonged to him.
Yeah, that must be him then, Phil.
Oh?
Yes, he's a gray marketeer, comes from San Francisco. I've never seen him, but the girl in my office, Phoebe Hammond, can help us.
Mm-hmm.
She once did some auditing work for Burleffy when she found out how crooked he was. She told me about him. I'll call her and have her meet you there, Phil.
All right, but look, I'll be at a corner table facing the door and tell her to hurry, will you? I'll call you back later. Goodbye. It was exactly 1 o'clock when what was at least 3 parts CPA to each part woman pushed the front door out of her way and entered. At the top, there was close-cropped hair, streaked with some gray. No hat. At the bottom, dark brown stockings running into darker brown shoes, no heels. In between, severely tailored tweed, closed tight at the neckline. It took all of 15 efficient seconds to decide that I was her man. And less than that again to introduce herself, ask for a cigarette, and name her drink. When it was my turn to talk, I brought her up to date. Eileen Voss's murder included.
It's too bad, Marlowe. Judd's a great guy.
Yeah.
It was only lunch today that he was knocking himself out, trying to figure what would be 4-0 for my birthday next week. Now this. Tell me, what can I do to help?
Well, at the moment, Burleffy. All I know about him, Miss Hammond, aside from what I've told you, he said at Eileen's, is that he and Judy Mundy are a team.
And Judy was a friend of Eileen's. How cozy.
Isn't it?
Well, it goes like this. Burleffy's front name is Steve, and he's out of San Francisco via Detroit and Chicago. And in each case, only a length of a subpoena ahead of the law.
Oh?
Back in the 30s, he was a mobster. The numbers game, protection racket, that kind of stuff. But after the war, he cashed in all his chips and went into a more or less legitimate business, with, of course, absolutely no change in tactics.
Know what you mean. Now, look, can you tell me where he lives?
No, but I'll bet my bottom dollar that the kitten on the keys here can. Only be careful. Burleffy has a reputation for shooting first and talking later. I only hope he isn't after Judd, too. You know, there might be some connection between them that goes back to the days when Judd was Francis Lyon and Burleffy
Phoebe,
was
did you just say Francis Lyon?
That's right. Lyon.
Uh-huh.
Judson Angel is the name he took when he came out here. Why, what does that mean?
I don't know. Here, look at this tie clasp.
Oh?
The ornament. It's also a lion. I found it in the bedroom at Eileen's place, and yet Judd told me that he hadn't gone past the living room.
But Marlowe, that doesn't prove that Judd lied. Why, it might not be his at all.
Have you ever seen it before?
No, I haven't. Besides, I never knew Judd to wear a tie clasp.
Okay, could belong to Burleffy. But it's still worth checking after we get Judd out of his apartment. Look, where's your place, Phoebe?
Mulholland Drive, 361 North.
361.
About a mile up into the hills.
I'll let you do the trick. Honey, you go home and stay close to the fireside. I'll get a hold of Judd and tell him to get over there fast. And then maybe we... We can...
Maybe we can what? What is it, Marlowe?
Outside, Phoebe. It's a man coming this way.
Berleffi?
Worse. Goodbye, baby. I'll see you later at your place. I've been afraid of this all night.
But who is it? What's his name?
Detective Lieutenant Matthews. He's a police officer, Phoebe. First, last, and always. So long.
In just a moment, the second act of Philip Marlowe. But first, music you like best of all, whether it's classical favorites or popular old ballads, is the music you hear when you tune in Sunday afternoon to the Symphonette and the Choral Ears. This Sunday, the Symphonette plays popular operatic pieces and has as guest Milton Kay, pianist, who will play the final movement from Rachmaninoff's Concerto No. 2 in C minor. The male choir and Lenny Stokes, featured baritone of the Choral Ears, will bring you Pale Moon, The Wizard of Oz, Alice Blue Gown, Make Believe, and other favorites. Yes, it's the music you like when you tune in the Symphonette and the Choral Ears every Sunday over most of these same CBS stations. Now with our star, Gerald Mohr, we return to the second act of Philip Marlowe and tonight's story, The August Lion.
When I left Phoebe Hammond at the table and moved toward the bar, my first impulse was run, do not walk. This is a different kind of an emergency. But a quick glance into the mirror behind me tagged that as suicide and pushed try nonchalance into its place, because I could see that Detective Lieutenant Matthews had already spotted me. When he was closer, I could also see that nonchalance would go over like punching him in the nose on the steps of City Hall.
All right, Phil, that little game is over. Now let's have it straight and fast. Who are you working for? And don't bother with the pitch on professional ethics, or we'll try this all over again down at headquarters. His name, what is it, Phil?
Judson Angel, he's a friend.
Yeah. Who is what to the corpse?
He was in love with her, but he didn't kill her.
Oh.
Now look, Matthews, I've never held out on you before, have I?
Which means you want to start now, huh? What are you getting at, Phil?
My client's in a jam, Lieutenant. He didn't kill the girl, but unless I can find out who did, he's an eyebrow deep in a mess that doesn't even concern him.
Which has what to do with you playing bashful tipster on the phone, with the body being in your bedroom and Marlowe starring like a one-man police force?
Will you listen?
Come on, Phil. I've been an hour and a half just finding you. Now level. Why is this Judson Angel in a jam if he didn't do it?
Okay, we'll try it honest like. He once did time in another state, under another name, way back when he had less sense.
Ah.
If he's booked and fingerprinted, it'll be splashed all over the papers. He'll be ruined.
Why? What's his business?
Well, today it's accountancy, and then it was forgery.
Oh.
You can see that side by side they don't make a very handsome couple. Now, come on, Matthews, give the guy a break. Will you? Take my word, he deserves it.
What do you want me to do?
Give me some time. If I don't have the answers, I'm out of luck, and so is Judson Angel. Please, Matthews.
All right, Phil, all right. 60 minutes. And if I don't hear from you by 10 after 2, we start all over again down on headquarters, your client included. I'll be waiting for your call, Phil. Good night.
Detective Lieutenant Matthews was nobody's Keystone cop, and I knew that when he said 60, count 'em, 60 minutes, he meant just that and no more. So I found a nice and public phone booth at a gas station across the street, and while I kept one eye out for Berleffi and associates, I dialed Judson Angel's number. But in the next second, when I was through to him, I knew that I could forget about Berleffi on my end.
Phil, I'm in trouble here. Outside a man and woman. They're coming up the walk now.
He's fat and gray flannel?
Yes. She just pulled up in a cab, but he's been out there 20 minutes watching the place.
Berleffi, listen, Judd, get out the back way. Get over to Phoebe's place.
He's at the door now, Phil. He's kicking it in. Phil, get up here. 21 South Orange Lane.
Judd, do as I say, will you? Get out. Get to Phoebe's place on Mulholland Drive. I'll see you there. Hurry.
All right, Marlowe. All right. Marlowe, he's in.
Judd!
Put that phone down, Angel, or I'll kill you. Now.
When I screeched to a stop at number 21 South Orange Lane, which was lights out, front door open, and no car parked in sight, I went inside. Just visible in the moonlight was the huddled figure I'd been afraid I'd find. What I didn't know until I was kneeling next to it was that it was Judy Mundy, not my client, and only unconscious, not dead. There was a large white envelope lying next to her, and beyond that, a litter of broken porcelain that had once been a lamp. I switched on a light, found some brandy, and then brought her to as fast as I could.
Marlowe.
Yeah, and with a brand new request. Here, take a drink. Now, I'll ask the questions. 1, what happened here with the three of you? Where's Berleffi and, more important, Judd Angel? Come on, baby, talk fast.
All right. I think Angel got away. I don't know where he is.
Berleffi?
Dead, I hope. I got him to thank for that lamp getting together with my head.
How come?
Angel made a break for it, kicked out the lights, and tossed a lamp at the same time. Hero Berleffi used me for a shield, then took off after him.
Your connection with both Berleffi and Eileen Voss, what was it?
I forget.
Come on, Judy, baby, talk. You're not going to get another chance this side of the witness box.
Witness box? What for?
Your girlfriend's murder, trial by jury, an old Yankee tradition, you
Wait
remember?
a minute, Marlowe. I didn't have anything to do with Eileen getting killed. They can't tie that onto me.
They can try. Now, what'll it be?
It'll be what you want.
That's better.
I only got chummy with Eileen in the last month, Marlowe, because Berleffi told me to. He was my boyfriend.
Hooray for love. Go on. What was in it for Berleffi?
He wanted to know where Eileen got her tips on the market. That way he could get paying her any commission.
Figures. What went wrong?
Nothing. Only instead of finding out how well she knew who, I discovered she was going broke, period. The rest of it, you, Eileen being dead, that muscle woman you talked to in the bar, all
Wait a
the
minute,
music...
wait a minute. What about that girl in the bar? You two get together?
Oh, not for very long. After you left the table, she went outside, so I followed.
Why?
Because the cow jumped over the moon. Why do you think? I was still working for Berleffi, remember? I thought it would help if he knew where she fit in.
What'd it get you?
A slap in the face that said she was raised on barbells. And this envelope here that fell out of her pocket.
Oh?
Don't get excited about it. It's only one of those horoscope charts.
What do? Collect them as a hobby?
When there are notes on the back, yeah. However, friend Berleffi was unimpressed. Yeah, look yourself. It's double talk.
Cost plus 10%. 90 days will yield the same. Yeah, it's strictly a CPA's margin notes. Doesn't mean that you owe.
Marlowe, your mouth's open. What is it? You look dumb.
Dumb I am and have been all night. Sweetheart, in your own clumsy way, you may have saved Judson Angel's life.
What are you talking about, Marlowe?
According to this horoscope, it's written in the stars. Maybe I'll make a good cop happy. Goodbye, sweets. Holland Drive is a fancy collection of hairpin turns and deceptive curves along the top of a mountain that separates Hollywood and Beverly Hills from the San Fernando Valley. But when I was on it and burning up good rubber at each bend as I headed for number 361 North, gas pedal on the floor, driving conditions were the least of my worries. And it wasn't until I had parked away from the bungalow that perched on the edge of a cliff and was out of my car, 38 in hand and close to a half-open French window, that I breathed a long, long sigh of relief. Because then I could clearly see that Judson Angel was still alive. I swallowed the sigh fast when I could also see Angel's face. It said there was nothing permanent about his good health, because on the other side of the room, and only visible to me via a corner mirror, was the reason why. Holding on tight to a short, ugly revolver was the one the horoscope had said could be Eileen Voss's killer, the CPA known as Phoebe Hammond.
Believe me,
While she talked, I moved around to where I'd be able to take aim in one straight line.
About everything. I didn't want to kill Eileen in the first place. It was an accident.
I don't believe you.
Doesn't matter now. You see, I'd invested some money with her, Judd. Money that wasn't mine. When I found out she was going broke, I went up to see her and demanded it back. She laughed at me. I got mad. I hit her. She took out a gun and said she'd call the police if I didn't leave. I grabbed it away from her. Then I shot her.
Then you were there when I came in?
Yes. And when I saw you and that cab driver she'd called earlier take the body, I didn't know what to do. Until later, when I met with Marlowe on your behalf and learned all about Berleffi and the tie clasp he'd found. The tie clasp with the lion on it that you'd recognize as mine if Marlowe ever got the chance to show it to you. But he won't, Judd. I can't let him.
Phoebe, you're crazy. You're crazy. You'll never get away with
this.
Oh,
yes, I will, Judd. It'll be Berleffi they'll blame. He entered your room with a gun in his hand. I know. I saw him and that girl. Also, Judd, I'm the reason you got away from him. I rammed into his car when he started after you. It's too bad, Judd.
Worse than that, Phoebe, it's a crying shame.
Marlowe!
The lights, duck, Phil. She can see your silhouette.
I can follow her footsteps. We're even.
Phil, the terrace. She's trying to get away. There she is outside. She tripped Phil. The rail! Oh, holy smoke. Phil, it's a good 200 feet down to solid rock.
Yeah. Come on away from it, Judd. Time we made a phone call. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. We were still on top of the mountain before the police had found the broken body of Phoebe Hammond. And Berleffi had been picked up and in lieu of anything better booked for breaking and entering Eileen Voss's place. When the parade of law, press, and just curious who always show up at the scene of a murder had finally left, it made it just me and Judd and a cop named Matthews.
Well, let me see if I got this straight for the records, Phil. First, you thought it was a tough called Berleffi. And second, you were afraid you'd been a sucker and it was really your client. And finally, you figured it had to be a woman who all the way looked like she was no more than along for the ride. Huh?
What? You mean you really believe I could have done it, Phil?
Well, yeah, it looked that way for a while, Judd. You know, you said you hadn't been past the living room up at Eileen's, and yet I found a tie clasp in the bedroom there ornamented with a lion. And then I found out your real name was also Lion. It almost added.
Yeah, but since you didn't have a chance to find out whether or not Berleffi was missing a tie clasp, you still considered that was only circumstantial evidence, am I right?
Right, yeah. Till I ran into the switch, which was an envelope that had belonged to Phoebe Hammond. There was a horoscope chart inside.
Which meant what?
Well, it only meant that she went in for that stuff no more, until I remembered her mentioning that her birthday was next week, which is early August.
And that, no doubt, puts her under the sign of the zodiac run by one Leo the Lion.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes, and the mannish, tight-necked suit she always wore could have meant a shirt and tie underneath, minus clasp.
Exactly, gentlemen. That's it. Now, me, Lieutenant,
What?
Look, when you get back down to headquarters and, you start the paperwork.
Yeah.
Do you have to mention a guy named Judson Angel?
A guy named what?
Judson Angel. Nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah, that's a bad practice, Phil, you know? It's kind of like only telling a policeman half of what you know can get you in trouble. Unless you're lucky. Oh, give you a lift, Mr. Mister.
You already have. Thanks, Lieutenant. And Phil,
Good night, Judd. When Judd and the lieutenant left, I figured I'd have a last cigarette on the terrace. Think a little about the desperate people I'd met on a night that had started out to be quiet. I found myself not smoking, not watching the early sun brighten the valley below, and not thinking about much of anything except the overturned stone flower pot that was lying next to the splintered rail where Phoebe Hammond had tripped and taken her final plunge. It was an ordinary square flower pot with an ordinary flower in it. The figure in relief on the side was a lion resting on its haunches. And as I looked at it, I thought it was a little more majestic than most.
The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, bringing you Raymond Chandler's most famous character and crime's most deadly enemy, starred Gerald Mohr, and was directed tonight by Cliff Howell. Script is by Mel Donnelly, Robert Mitchell, and Gene Levitt. Featured in the cast were Gene Bates, D.J. Thompson, Wally Mayer, Barney Phillips, and Jerry Hausner. Lieutenant Detective Matthews is played by Larry Dotkin. The special music is written by Richard Durant. Be sure and be with us next week when Philip Marlowe says...
It started with an Indian gift of a piece of pottery and led to a brown bear in moccasins, an archaeologist, much laughing water, and finally, death in an alley. But just to make matters worse, the Indian giver was a female, and 100% genuine, hot-blooded Apache.
They cracked the phantom voice question on Sing It Again last Saturday, so the jackpot is down to minimum, only $50,000. Although, looking at it optimistically, $50,000 is still the largest jackpot in radio. You get other nice prizes just for solving those gay little riddle songs, and it's one of the most entertaining hours you'll find all week. So if you like fun and riddles and good tunes, even if you don't care about $50,000, here's Sing It Again tonight on most of these same CBS stations. This is Joe Walter speaking. Stay tuned now for Gangbusters, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
As it was broadcast 76 years ago today, August 6, 1949, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up next, Lum and Abner and a phone call.
Millions in Europe and Asia are going hungry and facing actual starvation. Therefore, it's up to us, the best-fed nation in the world, to tighten our belts. We can share a meal and save a life. And here's how. Buy only as much bread and other wheat products as you really need. Use rice, fats, and oils sparingly. Don't waste any food. Turn in your used fats and oils at the food store promptly. Plant a garden and raise as much of your family's food as you can. You are saving food for those who desperately need it when you buy less, especially when you use up those leftovers.
Oh, I neglected to mention earlier that we're going to have a special podcast on the 10th, which is a few days away. What day is the 10th? I don't remember off the top of my head. That's going to be Sunday, August 10th, of programming specifically from August 10th, 1945, the day that Japan announced their surrender. That'll all be coming up. So be listening here on the podcast. We will have that for you. A very special podcast. Plus, we'll also have a separate podcast for the stuff that went on other August 10ths. Okay? All that's coming up. Right now, though, we have the Friday program. I know this is Wednesday, but we're going to have the episode of Lum and Abner from August 6, 1942, as the boys are waiting for a phone call about the baby.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Well, sir, I wonder if your plans are all set for this coming weekend. If you're going to have some time off the job for a little relaxation and fun, my guess is that you're planning a picnic, a party with friends, a round or two of golf, or maybe you're just going to putter around the yard and the garden. Whatever your plans, here's hoping you have a swell time. And may we suggest that you keep a package of Alka-Seltzer tablets handy for what you might call the good time insurance it offers? For then if a headache, a touch of acid indigestion, muscular aches and pains, or morning after misery comes along to upset your day, you're ready to help yourself, to fast relief for the discomfort these common ailments cause. So be sure to get a package of Alka-Seltzer tablets from your druggist right away, because you may want the fast relief they offer before Monday morning rolls around. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, a second letter arrived yesterday from the mysterious person in Kansas City. It informed the old fellows that this person would communicate with them by telephone tonight at 10. Lum is certain that the writer of this letter is the baby's mother, and because he believes the baby is the rightful heir to some unknown kingdom, he has figured out that the mother must be a queen. He also thinks that she might be considering him as a future husband to help her run the kingdom. As we look on the little community today, it's late evening, and we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store excitedly awaiting the ominous phone call. What time is it now, Abner?
I just got done telling you, Lum. It's about 5 minutes to 10.
5 or 10.
You might as well sit down, Lum. That letter said we wouldn't get the phone call till 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but Queen might call early, and I want to be ready for it.
Oh.
How do I look, Abner?
Why, you look all right, I reckon. You're a little pale looking's all.
No, I mean, how does my suit look and all such as that?
Oh.
Spent about an hour ironing my breeches.
Oh, yeah, they look fine. Well, wait a minute here, Lum. What'd you get all dressed up for? She can't see over the telephone.
Yeah, I know, but I believe I can talk to her better if I'm dressed up. Sort of gives me confidence or something.
That is the silliest one thing I ever heard of. Dressing up to talk on the telephone.
Well, what's so silly about that?
Huh?
Besides, if I'm going to become a king, I ought to start getting used to wearing fancy clothes and all such as that. King's got to look like a king.
Yeah, well, now, are you sure this woman's going to ask...
This who?
Oh, I forgot. I mean, Her Excellency, the Queen.
Not Her Excellency, it's Her Excellency or something.
Well, whatever it is, are you sure she's going to ask you to marry her and become the king, Lum?
Well, I ain't for sure, of course. But I'll bound you that's what she's figuring on.
Tis, huh?
Yeah, that's more than reason why she picked out me to leave her baby with.
Well, she left him with me, too, and I know she ain't going to marry me. I'm done married.
Well, you just happen to be around here, that's all.
Huh?
She figured I'd get to liking the baby an awful lot, and that'd make it easier for her to talk me into becoming his papa.
Well...
Yeah, that's more than likely what she's figuring on.
Yes,
what time is it now?
Well, it ain't 10 o'clock yet. Why don't you sit down and stop getting so excited?
I ain't excited. Just wish you'd hurry up and call, that's all. Reckon she'll propose right away or just sort of lead up to it gradual like?
I don't know, Lum. I never have got engaged to no queens. I don't know how they do it.
How about she'll just come right out flat-footed and pop the question the first thing.
She will, huh?
Oh, yeah, them queens don't waste no time.
Well?
Yeah. I wonder where she could have found out about me.
Why, she found out who you was that day she come here to the store and left the baby.
Well, I mean before that. She had her eye on me a long time before she ever come here to Pine Ridge. I know that.
She did, huh?
Yeah, she must have saw my picture somewheres.
Now, where would a queen have saw a picture of you?
Oh, different places.
Where?
Well, don't forget my picture was in a magazine once.
Magazine?
The Midwest Merchants and Hardware Men's Digest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Reckon she subscribes to that?
I don't know. What time is it?
Well, look up at the clock and see for yourself, Lum. I'm getting tired of telling you what time it is every 2 minutes.
Granny, it's almost 10.
Yeah.
Maybe I ought to practice up what I'm going to say to her.
Reckon what she takes that magazine for, Lum? Is she in the hardware business?
Huh?
What does she take that hardwareman's magazine for? Is she in the hardware business?
Oh, no, of course she ain't. She's a queen.
Well, what would she want that magazine for, then?
I don't know. Whereabouts is that letter we got yesterday? Maybe that'll give me some idea what to say to her.
Well, you had it the last time I seen it. I believe you put it in your pocket a while ago there, in the inside coat pocket.
Yeah, I believe I did.
You know, maybe the queen figured she'd go into the hardware business if she didn't get her kingdom back long.
Yeah, maybe. Now, here's that letter.
Oh?
Dear Mr. Peabody, it is still...
Are you going to help her run the hardware store long?
Hush up, Abner. Can't you see I'm trying to read here?
Oh, go ahead.
It is still too dangerous for me to send you any information by mail. However, I will attempt to communicate with you by telephone. Be in your store at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Well, that don't give me no ideas.
Whereabouts is this hardware store at, Lum? In Kansas City?
What hardware store?
The one the Queen owns.
She don't own no hardware store.
Why, she does, too. Didn't she just say that in that letter there?
Of course not. She didn't say anything like that, even.
Well, now, where'd I hear that, then? I know I heard it somewhere.
No, you never. You just made that up out of your own head.
My own head?
Forget that and help me study up what to say to her on the telephone here.
Oh.
I tell you, you make out like you're the queen.
Huh?
You act like you're the queen calling me up on the phone.
Oh.
Practice.
Lord me, I don't know what queens talk about long.
Well, I don't need. Just say something. We ain't got much time to practice. She'll be calling any minute now.
Well,
Granny,
all right.
2 minutes till 10.
Okay, let's see. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Well, don't just say hello.
Well, this is a long-distance call, ain't it?
Yeah.
Now, that's the way they always start out. Everybody always says hello for a long time first.
Well, skip over that part. Get down to where she starts talking.
Oh.
You don't have to talk fern.
Let's see.
We don't know what kind of a ferner she is.
No, I wouldn't know how to talk it noise. I don't believe I never have tried none of them languages. Hello? This is Her Excellency the Queen doing the talking.
Yeah, how do you do, Your Excellency? This is Lum Eddard. How is everything, Your Excellency?
Oh, just fine and dandy.
That's good.
Been having a lot of fun. I went to a picnic yesterday, and I win a Cupid doll throwing at the cat rack.
Wait a minute, Abner. You're a
And I win a cigar with the sledgehammer there. Rang the bell with it.
You're a queen. You don't do them things.
Oh, yeah. The hardware store's doing good.
Abner, I told you she ain't got no hardware store.
What happened? Did she lose it?
Oh, for goodness sake.
She oughta knowed better and bought it in the first place. A woman don't know nothing about running stores and such as that. A woman's place is in the home. I've heard that summers before.
Abner,
but that's where it's at. Raising young'uns, chopping wood, plowing corn. That's where they
Abner,
oughta
that
stay.
up. We ain't got time to discuss what a woman's... There she is, Abner. There she is.
Oh, I dog it, yeah. Now we'll find out about that insignus and everything. Hurry up, Lum. Go ahead and answer it. Don't just stand there. Answer the phone. Hurry up, Lum.
Randy's Abner, I don't believe I can.
Huh?
I'm nervous and jumpy as a rabbit's nose. You answer it.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Till I get hold of myself good.
Well, Lum, I don't know what to say to her. For the land's sakes alive.
But tell her you're my secretary.
Secretary?
Yeah, that'll make a good impression on her.
Oh.
Go ahead, Abner. Take her easy.
All right. Hello, jot 'em down. Huh? Yeah, this is Pine Ridge. Yeah. Is this the Queen? Oh.
Is it her?
No, it's an operator, she said.
Oh.
Hello?
Ain't got her yet.
Hello? Hello? Yes. Yeah, this is him.
No, I'm here. That's you.
Huh?
Tell her you're just a secretary.
Oh, I'm just a Huh? Oh, well. It's me they want to talk to, Lum.
You?
Yeah.
Granny, she must have got us mixed up.
Well, it ain't her, Lum.
Tell her who I am. She's made a mistake. Bound to.
Oh, this is some feller, or else she's got an awful deep voice, one.
Some feller?
Yeah, I'm sure. Hello? What was it you wanted? Huh? Well, talk louder or shake up your phone. I can't hear you. Huh? Dangerous? He said it's too dangerous to talk louder.
Here, let me take the phone. You get everything mixed up.
See if you can make it out. I can't tell nothing about it.
Hello? I'd love to speak to the Queen, please. The Queen.
Might be.
You know, the baby's mama.
Might be the king.
Yeah.
Right there. Can't tell.
She did. Oh, my goodness.
What happened, Mom?
Grannies, I'm awful sorry to hear that. When did it happen?
What happened?
Oh. But wait a minute, though. She must be alive, 'cause we've saw her since then.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir. She come in here and left the baby since then.
Ask him who gets a hardware store, Lum.
It weren't. Well, who was that woman then? Oh, I see.
Who was she, Lum?
He says that was a sister of the baby's mama, and she's trying to get rid of the baby.
Get rid of? Oh, my goodness.
Hello, well, what'd she want to do that for? Oh.
What'd he say, Lum?
He says she wants to get everything for herself.
Why, doggy, she's the one that's taking the baby's king job away from him then.
Hello? Say, would you mind telling us who you are? Well, why can't you? Secret.
Oh, my, I hope he ain't a ghost.
Well, can you tell us about that insignia, that coat of arms?
Yeah, find out about that, Lum. Find out about that.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know you used it to locate the baby, but I mean, who does it belong to? What country is it from? Huh? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Abner.
What's the matter, Lum?
I just heard a gunshot.
A gunshot?
Hello? 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 Hello?
Well, what do you know about that? And say, come to think of it, what do you know about this?
333 units of B1, 2,000 micrograms of B2, 10 milligrams of nicotinamide, 250 micrograms of B6. And does all of this mean anything to you? Well, the chances are it does not unless you're a doctor or a registered pharmacist. Yet these figures are mighty important to every one of you listeners. Some of them represent your minimum daily requirements of the B-complex vitamins, whose requirements have been established. Now, since you cannot be expected to remember these figures when you go to your drugstore to buy B-complex vitamins, we suggest that you shop for them this easy, sure way. Just ask your druggist for one-a-day brand vitamin B-complex tablets. That way you can be sure of what you get, because each one-a-day B-complex tablet is of guaranteed potency. And make no mistake, you do require B-complex vitamins daily, especially in these busy times when we're all working harder than usual, taxing our nerves and our digestion. So play safe, and remember, the easy, convenient, economical way to be sure you get the B vitamins and the B-complex is to ask your druggist for one-a-day brand vitamin B-complex tablets and take one tablet every day. That's all, just one tablet a day and the job's done. Now that name again, one-a-day brand vitamin B-complex tablets.
And that's your cliffhanger, because we got 3 days of no Lum and Abner here. We'll be back to Lum and Abner on Sunday. So we'll maybe find out what happened. Probably not, though. From 83 years ago, August 6, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Join us tomorrow for Crime with the Shadow and the Creeper, The Adventures of Sam Spade, Mystery in the Air, The Marvelous Barastro, and the Crime Club, and The Couple Next Door. That's all coming up tomorrow. Thank you for being with us here on this Wednesday edition of Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.